Heard on Big Hits, Big Mama Radio.
We hit X quick.
We are back on X. We had to get the Joshua Tree stream on X. The first segment didn't make it on X. So welcome back, X. We are great to have you. Whatever the issue was, it was within our restream. Welcome to the Joshua Tree stream. We are live once again. Broadcasting live from the WB Williamson Brothers studio. Here is your Diddy on trial, the bad boy breakdown today. I'm going to break down what happened in the last day of trial. Then we'll go through some videos that we found on the internet.
Yeah.
And then we'll also dilly-dally with the Diddler Riddler, right? That's what we
call it.
The Diddler Riddler AI.
I got deep in it yesterday with her.
How was it?
Oh, you can ask anything.
Right?
And she will find information for you.
All right. So we're going to go through this during this segment. So welcome to the segment, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Diddy Combs watches as let me break for that. The trial of Sean Diddy Combs continued Tuesday in Manhattan federal court with more witnesses, including his former personal assistant, a male escort who went by the name The Punisher, and Regina Ventura, the mother of his former girlfriend Cassie Ventura, testifying against him in the sex trafficking case. Federal prosecutors say for decades, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced women to participate in marathon sexual encounters called freak-offs and used his business empire, along with guns, kidnapping, and arson to conceal his crimes. The 55-year-old hip-hop mogul has been charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He's pled not guilty on all charges. If convicted, he could face life in prison. Combs watches has his former assistant David James is questioned by prosecutors before the judge at his sex trafficking trial. David James, an assistant for Combs in 2007 and 2009, returned to the witness stand for his second day at testimony. James told the court that he would stock hotel rooms with items for Combs before his arrival. They included a Louis Vuitton bag containing 25 to 30 pill bottles, drugs such as ecstasy and Percocet and baby oil, lubricant, condoms, and $10,000 in cash.
Oh, my God.
For some supplies, like skincare products, James was reimbursed by Bad Boy Entertainment, but for others, such as baby oil and condoms, he was reimbursed by Combs security staff who would pay him in cash out of a Louis Vuitton bag. He said a drug dealer nicknamed One Stop would often bring drugs to Combs, but Combs would occasionally asked James to procure drugs for him and his friends. James told the court about a violent incident involving Combs and his personal chef, Jordan Atkinson, at Combs' Alpine, New Jersey home. James said that Combs instructed him to file a police report falsely, claiming that Atkinson was the aggressor and hit Combs first. But James said he did not want to file a false police report, so he drove around and returned to Combs' home, where he lied and told his boss that the report had been filed. James testified that at least 2 occasions he was ordered by Combs to take lie detector tests administered by former FBI agent after Combs' jewelry went missing.
Okay.
Combs had 3 handguns in his lap while looking for Suge Knight, former assistant says. David James, Sean Diddy Combs' former personal assistant, arrives at federal court in New York. Oh, that's a picture caption. James also testified about an incident in which he was ordered to drive Combs and a security guard at 4 a.m. to Mel's Diner in L.A. looking to confront rival record producer Marion Suge Knight, who had been spotted there. Combs was in the back seat with 3 handguns in his lap, James said. Knight was gone by the time they got to the restaurant. The incident prompted James to give notice that he planned to quit. I was really shook up by it, James said. This was the first time as his assistant that I realized my life was in danger. Under cross-examination by defense, James was asked whether he considered his travel with Combs business or personal. James said there was a fine line between the two because Combs' personal life and business life were so intertwined. What a horrible question for the defense to ask.
Yeah.
In his testimony Tuesday, James said that before he was hired, an executive Bad Boy Entertainment told him that this is Mr. Combs' kingdom, and we are all here to serve in it. Prosecutors hope to use James' testimony to establish the racketeering charge, showing that Combs used his business empire to facilitate his alleged crimes. Like in the defense asked in cross-examination
Yeah.
and got buried in the answer.
It was
Man, this would be great television.
I know. Why don't they
This-
let us watch
This
it?
would be the greatest television show. I mean, people would. This would be way bigger than the O.J. Simpson
Yeah.
trial.
I would watch it.
Right. They
I'd
should
be attached to
right.
TV watching this.
I think I need President Trump to make an executive order saying that band is over.
Yeah. It's
Put them cameras in that Denny. I want to see it too.
all of us.
Right. I'm going to ask that question. Can we get that removed so we can all watch it? I'm going to make it a motion. Let's get it on the ballot. Regina Ventura, Cassie's mother, takes the stand. Regina Ventura, mother of Cassie Ventura, arrived at federal. Mother of testified about witness during her daughter's relationship over a decade with Combs. Under direct questioning from prosecutors, she recounted an email Cassie sent to her in December of 2011 saying that Combs was threatening to release an explicit video of her after he learned she was dating Kid Cudi. I was physically sick, Regina said. I did not understand it. The sex tape threw me. He was trying to hurt my daughter? Around the same time, Regina Ventura said Combs contacted her saying he wanted to recoup $20,000 he spent on Cassie. Regina said that she was scared for her daughter's safety and that the family took out a home equity loan to pay Combs the $20,000 he said they owed her. She said the money was wired back to her without explanation several days later. Oh, this is. We know what went down here, right? Let's
The
pause
mom?
before I go any further.
No, I don't.
Oh, you gonna leave me? Well, you know what? I helped your career. Somebody owes me $20,000 for that. I'm gonna make your mom pay it. So I'm gonna call and let her know she owes me $20,000. Mom took out the $20,000, pays the $20,000. She comes back because she's hooked or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on? Abused, whatever.
Yeah.
You made my mom pay you $20,000. Send it back right now. Boom.
Huh.
Regina Ventura testified that the same month Cassie showed her bruises from an alleged beating she took from Combs. Regina took photos to her of her bruised daughter, which were shown in court.
Yes.
She was bruised, and I wanted to make sure we memorialized it, Ventura said. The defense did not cross-examine Regina Ventura, and she was dismissed. Ooh. And we got no questions. No questions.
Really?
Woof. This is, boy. The defense side of this is going to be interesting to watch. Last week, Cassie Ventura spent 4 days on the witness stand describing to the court a harrowing detail about the physical abuse. There you go.
Yeah.
Male escort known as the Punisher recalls his sexual encounters.
I have a video of him. He's a big dude.
Sheree Hayes, a former exotic dancer, testified at the trial. His stage name was the Punisher. Testified that his encounters with Cassie Ventura and Combs, including the first at Trump International Hotel in New York City. He said that when we arrived at their suite, Ventura told him that she didn't want him to dance, but instead wanted him to help her create a sexy scene involving baby oil for her husband, who would be in the room. Hayes said Ventura told him not to acknowledge her husband, who entered with a veil he later realized was Combs. Ironically, I did there an issue one day with the veils.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to that. That's going to be something we want to ask in today. Right, somebody take a note, so we can ask that. Don't forget. Ironically, I'm a fan and follow him on Instagram, Hayes said about Combs. He said he was paid a total of $2,000 in cash for the encounter and was hired by the couple for a total of 8 to 12 similar interactions, which always started with applications of baby oil and often ended with him having sex with Ventura. The sessions usually began around 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Some, he said, lasted multiple days. Has said that Combs would sometimes direct Ventura to adjust the lighting to reposition her body. Hayes said he felt increasing pressure while having sex with Ventura in front of Combs, eventually failed to perform and was never called back. He later wrote a self-help book about erectile dysfunction called In Search of Freezer Meat. It included a section on his experiences with Ventura and Combs, who he did not name, referring to them only as married wealthy couple. Under cross-examination by the defense, Hayes said that he never sensed Ventura was uncomfortable and never witnessed violence. He seemed like it was consensual as far as I was concerned, Hayes said.
Back up to the freezer meat part. He was calling them freezer meat, or what was he doing with freezer meat?
That's his book. He
That's
made
his
a book.
His book's called that.
He
Okay,
made a
okay.
book about erectile dysfunction called "In Search of Freezer Meat."
That seems like a red
Weird.
flag right there, doesn't it?
Look, they just wanted to prove that this guy wasn't on there to prove anything except for that he was hired
Yeah.
by Combs.
Yeah.
I mean, he said that. He that was his testimony. He was paid a total of $2,000 cash for the encounter and was hired by the couple for a total of 12 similar interactions. All right. Federal agents detailed raid on Combs' Miami home. Homeland Security agents Gerard Gannon oversaw the 2024 raid on Miami home, also testified on Tuesday. Gannon said that between 80 and 90 law enforcement agents participated in the search of the 20,000 square foot residence. Some agents were positioned on boats to potentially intercept anyone trying to leave their property via the direct water access to Combs' property. The special agent told the court that a special response team was prepared to potentially confront Combs' armed bodyguards, and a vehicle was used to break through the front gate, which Gannon said was standard practice. Gannon said the search was intentionally executed after Combs had left for a scheduled trip with his family. We thought it was best to wait until he and his family left, he said. During the search, agents, they found lingerie, high heels, baby oil, personal lubricant, parts of an AR-15 rifles in Combs' closet. Gannon said the serial numbers had been scratched off of the firearms, and that's all we got on that. That was it. But that's all I have on the stories.
I've got some videos on.
Yeah, let's go to the
Interesting
videos
things.
before we go to AI on the as you are in the middle of it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to everybody watching on the Joshua Tree stream here for the Diddy on Trial, the bad boy breakdown, giving you the update and the breakdown of this trial all in one shot right here each and every morning on Big Mama Radio.
Yeah.
And we cross it all, and we have something exclusive that nobody has, and it's called the Diddler Riddler, and it's coming up here at the end of the segment. So stand by as we'll give you more on this as well.
So I sent you 3 videos. One of them, the very last one, has to do with the items that you were just talking about. And it is like the photograph supposedly from the case of the hotel room or the space they were in, and all the
The last one you sent?
yeah,
Or the first one?
this
No.
one?
very last one.
The very last
I'm going
one.
down
Go down.
You're going to go
Yeah.
up from the
Right
last
here.
one?
Yep.
Yeah.
to make it easier for you.
These are pictures taken from Diddy's hotel room. Do we know? I think they're real. Whatever. Let's go.
Mute it. There's no there's no talking to speed, so mute it so you don't get banned.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's really like, that's the Louis Vuitton bag they were talking about with the cash, and that was in the pictures. There's a few things. Those are a hard drive he had. I mean, they wrecked the rooms too. Different types of numbing spray, throat spray. I don't know what TBKE is, but see, that's the bag with the cash. All the drugs. Baby oil.
How they were able to get? I thought you could have cameras in there. Can you have cameras in there? No, you can't have cameras. How'd they get these pictures?
No, it's
I guess they're public record.
yeah, these are the public record that was submitted as evidence.
Yeah, I tried to find
And
public
there's
record
something
stuff yesterday. It was
interesting
tough.
about
It's
those
not out there
pills.
easy.
What? Who they prescribed to?
Okay, here's Cassie's pictures of the mother's pictures where she was putting in the bruises that she took over her bruising.
That's boy. Look at that. That's a straight punch to the face. Play
Yeah.
that one more time. And let's go with the middle because the beginning is.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like hotel stuff, you know.
Right,
Like, oh, here's his clothes, here's this. But yeah.
All right, so we get through this. These are all the drugs that he doesn't have prescriptions for. When we get to the prescription bottle, I want to pause.
I've got information on the prescription, by the way, the one that
All
they
right.
blocked.
All right.
So one of the things that Cassie talked about on the stand was that P. Diddy goes by 2 aliases, one of them Frank Black and the other one Frank White.
All right.
And the pills that they have covered in evidence there, I actually have information on the doctor that prescribes them and prescribes them to Frank Black. He doesn't prescribe them to Diddy. And that's his alias, which is highly illegal because he's getting...
Is there a guy named Frank Black actually picking up the prescriptions, though, and been just
No.
giving them to Diddy?
No, it's apparently some California like high-end doctor that you go to, and it's like having a doctor on demand, and they just give you prescriptions on, you know, everything. Kind of
Okay.
like a pain doctor. I guess you would say. He's getting like Klonopin and all kinds of stuff, and it's under Frank Black.
Huh.
So that on its own is a whole different thing.
Yeah, Frank Black. That's like
if you go to the video before this one,
all right.
it talks about the pills. So
All
let's
right,
go
all right,
there.
let's go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
skip
what
this
a
video
great
or do
roll
this
in.
Yeah, we'll go back to that one after.
All right, yeah. Wow, well, look at that. We're just rolling into the conversation like you just go.
This one?
Yeah.
That one?
That's
the first one.
First one. Oh,
Hey.
that's the no. That's the.
Yeah, we'll go back to this
the
one. Yeah,
Punisher.
the second one. No, back. That one.
That was the evidence.
No, that's the evidence.
So go back to.
This one.
That's Wendy Williams.
You can keep going. That one more. I think it's that one.
Mom, I wonder if that has any.
There we go.
I love these, by the way, because they
And it wasn't when she was talking about the super embarrassing things. It was when she was
start
talking
over. I
about
want
the
to hear
aliases
from
of
the very
Frank
beginning. I
Black
feel
and
like I
Frank
missed the
White.
very.
So she put those names on the
All right.
record. Remember when Diddy started shaking his head last week during Cassie's testimony? And it wasn't when she was talking about the super embarrassing things. It was when she was talking about his aliases of Frank Black and Frank White. So she put those names on the record as names that Diddy used. It seemed weird to me that he would get upset about that, but I thought maybe he's just a narcissist, and now people are going to realize who he was and what he was doing this whole time. But no, y'all, it goes way deeper than that. They released the photos of the evidence from the hotel room that he was staying in when they arrested him, and in the evidence was a prescription bottle for clonazepam, which is a Schedule 4 narcotic. It's kind of like Xanax, but not as strong. And it was written to who? Frank Black. And y'all get this, the address on the label was for Lifespan Medicine in Santa Monica, California. Lifespan Medicine is a concierge doctor kind of thing, so you have someone 24/7 you can call for anything you need, which seems something very much like he would have, right? So I'm assuming, this is just my opinion, that a doctor at Lifespan Medicine wrote this prescription for Diddy, but put it in the name of Frank Black, which is highly illegal. You can't write narcotics to someone in someone else's name, and you definitely can't put your address down as theirs. If the jury believes that Diddy used aliases to get drugs and to cover his track, it plays right into the racketeering charges. So when Cassie casually dropped those names last week, she didn't just out him. She gave the prosecution the string they needed to unravel this whole thing. Diddy shaking his head wasn't just denial, that was panic, you guys. As they say over at Lifespan Medicine, you only have one life. Make the most of it. This is unraveling like a movie script. Follow me for all the breakdowns, all facts, no fluff. Just follow me. I'll keep you updated.
But follow her. I like her. We should
I
follow.
like
Do you
her,
follow her?
right?
Do you follow her? Yeah,
Yes.
follow her. I want to make sure. Like, yeah, she's solid.
She's a good one.
Right. I had log into do that.
I thought that was like boom, pulling the trigger on that.
Right.
Like
Because that was my question. And now do we do what we did in the Michael Jackson case?
Right.
Do we now go after the doctor?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
They should just be making a list of who they go after right now. That was
Yep.
kind of my point yesterday. There's so many other
He can't
people.
do
that
all
should be
this by
going.
himself.
Right.
Yeah, there's
right.
so many people should get fried. The minute he's
Oh,
convicted,
They just
they
now
just
they
open
have
the
it.
door.
Oh, what? So what's crazy is now they have a testimony
Mhm.
that says he used that as his alias,
Mhm.
Right.
and now he can legitimately they can go and raid this doctor's office,
Yep.
Mhm.
right, and prove that they all came from Diddy.
Right.
And they mailed him to his house because that's probably what they do.
Right. So they what
But
they
otherwise,
did was
is he? I mean, he's not. What did they do? Tell me. You
So-
know the story.
so
You know
what-
the depth. Come on, give it to me.
Basically, what they did was they used the actual clinic's address as the address for Frank Black, and I'm sure with all of Diddy has a million people that run around doing errands for him. Then what they do is they just go and they pick up from there and then bring.
They
it
probably
to
have their
Diddy.
own pharmacy.
Yeah, they have everything
A
going.
business
Yeah,
that's charging people like this, they have their own pharmacy. I
Right.
mean, my
Well,
doctor has their own pharmacy in Bonita.
Imagine if he's got IDs for 4 or 5 people to go pick up for him to say that he's
yeah,
Yeah, this
Frank
guy
Black.
had an
Now you just
FBI
go
agent
anywhere.
doing lie detector tests, right?
right. He's got it. They got
But
the
this
money to do
guy
it.
did what, and I'm talking about Diddy, and this is before we play this last video, then get into the AI segment of this. This guy was 100% trying to make everyone else do the crime, thinking by you doing it,
I'm clear.
I'm clear of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But
Charles Manson tried that too.
and
he was doing
right.
it mafia style.
And even if, listen, guys, if if I give you 10 grand and say go buy us couple of hookers and a good hotel room, Sean, and make it facilitate. And you're like, well, I'm not going to do it, Betty. Here's
Right,
here's
yeah, you
nine
call the
here's
Craigslist
$9,000.
hookers.
Go get us a hotel room and some hookers. You're like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
And then Betty just facilitates it to someone else. And let's say we all don't know each other, but let's say Betty goes ahead and nails them, gets a couple of hookers in a hotel room, and all goes over. We get busted. It goes all the way back to me. I facilitated the cash.
Yeah.
Mhm. Exactly. I got 2 more videos for you.
All
I
right, what do you
got
got?
one of the, speaking of the hookers.
Which
and
one you want? This one first?
Yes. That is the Punisher. So in case you hadn't
Oof.
seen him, this is the Punisher that Diddy would interact with.
Who can't
in
get it up?
his-
He wrote a book about it.
Yep.
Let that marinate in your mind, ladies.
So if you want to go ahead and start from the beginning, so you can hear that one. That was good.
The trial of rapper Sean Diddy Combs. He told a commercial sex worker known as the Punisher has taken the stand at the trial of rapper Sean Diddy Combs. He told the court that he had about 8 to 12 sexual encounters with Cassie in front of Diddy, but he said he never received the impression that she was participating against her will. He said that Diddy was in full control of these sexual performances, and at times that led to him not being able to perform. He told the court that he was currently working on a book about erectile dysfunction called In Search of the Freezer Meat, where he details his experience with Cassie and Diddy, but he does not use their names. Sean Diddy Combs denies all the charges and says he's never sexually assaulted anyone.
Dun, dun, dun. So that's the Punisher. That's a big Punisher. And the one before that is talking about Cassie's mom, I believe. Yeah, that one.
All right. This is the news investigating correspondent from a new ABC News. Okay. All right. Well.
3 different
I wanted to
kinds
give you
of
some.
testimony.
All right. Hold
3
on.
different witnesses at the Sean Combs trial so far. 3 different kinds of testimony from his one-time personal assistant David James, an almost disjointed Quentin Tarantino movie about all the things that he did during his 2-year tenure. The time he bought an 8-ball of cocaine on a yacht in Miami. The time he walked in on a freak-off and saw Cassie Ventura lying motionless on her back on the bed. And then Cassie Ventura's mother, Regina Ventura, talked about taking pictures with a Kodak digital camera of all the bruises all over her daughter's body because she said she wanted to memorialize them. There was no cross-examination.
Memorialize
Regina
them.
Ventura.
Remember
And
them.
now on the witness stand, one
And
of
never
the
forget 'em.
escorts, a guy named Sharray Hayes, who went professionally as the Punisher, talking about how Sean Combs and Cassie Ventura hired him as many as 12 different times at first to create a sexy scene.
So
There we
that's
go.
kind of like the recap of everybody that was
Right.
on there yesterday. Yeah.
So there is your. Wow. I could have just played that. We could have skipped everything I was doing. Right, I wasted all my breath.
Dang it.
But this case is continually getting more interesting. But like I said moments ago, my question is, what is the defense presenting, and who are they going to call to the stand, and who do you call to the stand? Sean,
Right.
Did he? Who do you call to the stand to defend this?
And he's got every right to just plead the. Well, I would plead the fifth. he's got
Well, he's
so
not going
much
to take the
dirt. Are
stand.
you
I don't think
kidding
Diddy
me?
takes the stand.
No.
Never.
But I do think that anybody they bring up is going to be like, what is your relevance to this?
Yeah.
And be careful, because prosecution is probably like, oh, I hope they bring that person up.
Yeah.
I didn't call him on purpose.
Let me tear him
I'll just-
apart.
Right. I think the prosecution has got this case
Ooh.
It seems, but then again, let's take this back to the O.J. Simpson trial.
Okay.
And you're watching the prosecution present their case,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, ooh, oh, they found a glove.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, look at all this stuff, man. Did he do it?
Right. Right.
And then it became the big question whether or not he did it. And then the defense was like, well, let's tell you about the glove to begin with. And they go and discredit everything. They discredited detectives. They discredited everything.
Mhm.
This is going to be the same level of defense. The only how many attorneys does Puffy have behind him? Is it 6 or 7? Because if it's not, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
There's only a
O.J.
handful you see and a handful you don't.
Right.
I'm
Well,
sure.
that's true. That's true. That's the way it works. The way it works for everybody if you do it right.
Mhm.
But I'm really interested in this lifespan medicine. That's going to be something I want to delve into
Yeah.
and see if I can get me a prescription in Frank White. I'm like, hey man, it's Frank White,
Frank,
man.
he's back.
Hey man, it's Frank White, man. Send me some drugs.
Mm-hmm. I'm already a registered client.
I'm already a registered client. You know my address.
Oh, look at that. It's like it's like
All right, it's your
spa.
address. Look, it's your address. Let's
Yeah.
look it up. Just send it to me. You have a code? Uh-huh. I thought I told you that we
Mm.
won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. Oh, that's it. Thanks. Cool, thanks.
Do they have pricing on their website? Interested.
I bet you they're not taking new clients.
Mhm.
24/7 support. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
So you could just stay healthy. Healthy.
How much is it? Where you going, bro? I need to know how much this is. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I'm reading it. All right, come on now. What does it cost to get a bunch of drugs sent to my house?
I don't know. I'm trying to see. There are any prices?
Ah.
Custom price.
'Cause they're-
Platinum program. You want to be on the platinum program?
Ooh,
Oh, we got
well, that's probably the one he was on, right?
Yeah,
No, I would think so.
Right.
course.
I mean, there's probably one above platinum that I can't even get on, right?
IV therapy, platinum program. What does
Right.
it include?
Ooh. Global experts design treatments and therapies address your age-related markers. A concierge team to support the prevention of age. Look at this. Scroll down. It just says sign up, right?
No, I don't even see. Yeah, sign up.
Oh, click on it. See if it says like, or you have to get a. No, I know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes to the con job.
Hi, Bill. How you doing today? Why
They
do you
wanna
want to
call you.
Yeah, because that's how they
So
filter
the
out.
concierge is probably what he had because this stuff sounds like your
Right.
typical
Right.
IV spa or whatever they call them.
See,
He
but it
did
says
do
24
IVs.
24/7
Send me 5 IVs right now.
That's true. Maybe he was using this place. He had those after party IV. He probably had a whole crew coming.
See the bottom where it says 24/7 access, address any acute issues to address your system. So
Right.
basically anything.
So they have
probably
to
for
have a
anything.
doctor there if they're giving IDs and
there's a
prescriptions
doctor.
for all the other
There's a
stuff.
doctor.
So they probably
There's
just
a
hooked it up,
doctor.
you know.
I bet if you go back, there's probably a staff. There's probably a thing about it if you
Yeah.
go back. Our team. Let's find out who the evil man is.
Our team.
All
Oh,
right,
there he
here's the
is.
doctor.
Dr. Chris Renna. You're the first one
Chris
on there.
Renadue.
He's a DO.
That's him.
Uh,
Everything is about you. Everything is about your health. This little tagline. Oh, Dr. Rena changed my life.
are you nervous? I mean, like, are they nervous now that this is out?
I
They
would think
should be.
so. I mean, there's
I mean-
another doctor. They got at least three doctors.
3 doctors.
Boy.
4.
It's
I
a
wonder
big
if they
business.
assigned one
5.
specifically to Diddy, though.
Yeah, who was Diddy's?
We have to see who assigned it to Frank. Blank.
No, he scrolled the website and asked for somebody. If it's Diddy, it's probably the head guy.
Yeah.
None of these other guys are handling Diddy.
Wow.
Damn,
This
they got,
is huge.
right. Look at this
Mhm.
network of people. All these
Well,
people.
just Diddy as a client probably
I'm
built
quitting
their business.
tomorrow.
Right?
Yeah.
If I'm walking in this morning and be like, I'm out.
Interesting.
Comprehensive.
You think they answer the phone and we can call them and say, hey, we're
Would you
we're wondering if you gave Diddy a bunch of pills.
to say, hey, this is Frank White.
Right.
I have a new location.
I can get their number.
Trump. I want to talk to your boss. What the hell is wrong with him? I'm seeing this thing on television. You're out of your mind.
There you go.
They're in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, Miami.
Ooh.
We got one
local.
Oh, they're in Brickell Bay
That's
Drive.
one in the
because that's
305.
where he stays too. He has a house in Miami, so he's got California and Miami.
What if this is his business?
It could be. Maybe he owns the whole damn thing.
Right. What if he's on a board of directors for the whole drug company? What a
Copyright
great way. Get a
director.
concierge doctor service in all the places you live.
That's the places he lives, Miami and California. What? This is getting weirder and weirder.
I mean, literally, if you checked all of these, you could get just about a prescription for just about anything.
Man, this is crazy.
Joint and back pain. Now you get pain
Miami's
meds.
open. We can call it.
Right?
Hey, y'all giving Diddy drugs?
It'd probably be a pretty short phone call.
Right.
No.
Man, y'all all over the news. Y'all know you on the news.
I'm calling to see if I can get myself on the Diddy plan.
Hey, y'all know you all over TikTok, right?
You got any discounts?
I'm gonna
See if they
sign
got
up.
a Facebook page. That's where you want to go. The
I wanna
Facebook.
sign
Social
up for the
media is
Diddy
getting them
Do.
right now, right?
I want to sign up for the Diddy Do program.
Right. This is the guy supplying the drugs, right? There should be a lot, like, there's no way. First off, Percocet, is only prescribed.
It's one word.
Right.
Lifespan medicine. They have it together.
Right. You need me to help you search things? Lifespan space medicine.
You get out of your profile. Just go.
And
to
get out of your,
the-
yeah, you're in your profile. You have
There we go.
There we go. 3 reviews and it's closed right now. We're not open. We're not open. Is there any bad reviews?
How many people are following? Only 551. This has been quiet.
Right.
They've kept quiet because they're servicing Diddy. That's
Yeah.
why.
Right. Go to review. Go to reviews. That's crazy.
3 reviews. This place was Diddy's. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Right.
This
I
does not-
agree. He probably owned the place. So the one thing that we have now, ladies and gentlemen, inside our
Very weird.
The is the AI. We have Sean, our chief engineer / co-host / producer / barista.
Barista.
Right. I just added that in.
I barely make my own coffee.
Right.
I would like coffee right now.
Is
Right?
is
Matt.
I'm out, Matt. Where are you at?
it's pretty cool. We're gonna check it out. And you say you argued with it yesterday? I always say argued.
Oh, yes. So yesterday I was testing to see how far I can take it to, and
Right.
so I went through all the different scenarios. I started asking about Justin Bieber and P. Diddy's connection. Did P. Diddy ever have custody of Justin Bieber? She did talk about that.
All right, well, let's go to
48
hold on.
hours.
Let's
Yeah.
just get into it. Can you just turn her on and we can talk?
Yeah, I'm
to
going to turn it on. You should be able to talk to the mics, and we'll have
All
to test that and see.
All right.
But
Okay.
I think we're good.
All right. The Diddler Riddler. Tell us about whether or not Justin Bieber and P. Diddy. Did P. Diddy ever have custody of Justin Bieber?
Anytime you pause, it thinks you're done talking and takes off.
All right.
She's
Let's find
talking,
out.
but not on.
Hang on. I got to reconnect it. We waited too long on pause. Make sure I got audio.
Close at night, but when the
There we go.
All right.
All right. We have audio now.
We have audio now.
All right.
Let me get back in there.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, as we wrap up here on the Diddy on Trial, the Bad Boy Breakdown, we have our own AI built right here to
Mhm.
give you in-depth if any question you would want to ask about the Diddy trial, you can ask this particular AI something. And we wanted to know first and foremost, did Sean Combs ever have custody of Justin Bieber?
Did Sean Combs ever have custody of Justin Bieber? Did Sean Combs ever have custody of Justin Bieber? I keep pressing the button too soon. Did Sean Combs ever have custody of Justin Bieber? What kind of things did he do to Justin Bieber? What is he suspected of?
I already answered it.
We're having chat GPT issues now.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Always something, right?
Right. I was getting ready to highlight this thing, and she's failing me. The Diddler Riddler, what are you doing?
Riddler's bombing on us.
Poor connection.
Yeah, it's our internet.
We got too much stuff flying. That's it.
Yeah, sometimes.
A lot of bandwidth coming out of this house.
Even her dogs.
Did P. Diddy ever have custody of Justin Bieber?
In 2009, a 15-year-old Justin Bieber spent 48 hours with P. Diddy, as shown in a YouTube video. Diddy joked about having custody of Bieber during that time. However, this was just playful banter. There was no legal custody arrangement.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ask. Did Usher have custody of Justin Bieber? What was the connection between Usher and Justin Bieber and P Diddy?
Usher discovered Justin Bieber on YouTube in 2007 and became his mentor, guiding him into the music industry. They co-founded Raymond Braun Media Group RBMG in 2008, signing Bieber as their first artist. Usher and P. Diddy have a long-standing relationship. Usher lived with Diddy at age 13, which influenced his mentorship style with Bieber.
Did P Diddy have custody of Usher when he was a minor?
I thought they were about the same age. That's kind of odd, but maybe.
Yes, Usher did
Yeah.
live with P. Diddy when he was 13. This arrangement, known as Puffy Flavor Camp, was set up by
Flavor
Usher's
Camp.
mentor, L.A. Reid. During his year in New York, Usher was exposed to Diddy's lavish lifestyle, which he later described as pretty wild. He mentioned seeing very curious things, but didn't fully understand them at the time.
Flavor Camp.
Flavor Camp. Can you tell me about Allie Carter and her allegations against P Diddy?
Ally Carter, a survivor of child sex trafficking, has accused P. Diddy of hosting parties involving satanic rituals and sexual abuse. She claims these events included prominent figures like Jay-Z and Denzel Washington. Carter emphasizes the need to focus on child victims and has expressed distrust toward support hotlines.
Can you tell me what the allegations of Allie Carter and who she is when it comes to Hollywood, specifically P Diddy?
Ally Carter, a survivor of child sex trafficking, has accused P. Diddy of hosting parties involving satanic rituals and sexual abuse, with prominent figures like Jay-Z and Denzel Washington allegedly present. She emphasizes the need to focus on child victims and has expressed distrust towards support hotlines. However, there is no information linking Carter's allegations to former Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto.
Left field.
Wow, that one came out of where? All right, let's see.
Out of all the things Diddy's been accused of, how many of them do you believe that he is likely guilty of or allegedly guilty of?
Whew, yeah, that one's a lightning rod, baby. Allegations like that hit the internet like a grenade in a velvet bag. It's got everything: celebs, satanic whispers, political crossover, the kind of stuff conspiracy TikTok dreams are made of. You thinking of covering this next on Big Mama Radio? Gotta brainstorm how to frame it. Like Ally Carter, the whistleblower Hollywood can't silence. Or are we going deeper down the Peña Nieto rabbit hole?
Wow. This is
What's the deepest thing in the rabbit hole you can find?
How many lawsuits have been filed against P Diddy for sexual assault or violence?
think on that one.
Oh, honey, buckle up, because this ride's about to get wild.
She's trying to get
P.
sassy.
Diddy, the man, the myth, the mogul. Allegedly, he's been hit with over 120 lawsuits since late 2023. That's a whole lot of legal paperwork, baby. The
100
streets are talking, and they're saying these suits range from sexual assault to sex trafficking. Now, I ain't saying it's true, but I'm saying it's loud. Call in and tell us if you think it's real
Ah.
or cap.
She thinks she's part of the show. I
Wow.
told her she's part of the
All
show.
right. I like it. I like it. Right. She just, that's funny. All right.
Well, last night when she was talking with Betty, she's like, "Don't sue me, Diddy."
Yeah, don't sue me. I'm
Don't
just
sue me,
reading the
Diddy. I said
internet.
allegedly.
right. So this is, all right. That's, we'll
That's insane. 123 lawsuits. There has to be truth to something.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't just happen.
Well, I think we're seeing the truth unfold before our very eyes, and he's foolish enough to do it in front of a jury because if you pay someone, and I'll tell you like this: if everybody in the jury room is like guilty, and there's like two guys going, "Nah, I don't think so."
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean you don't think so? Why not?
Yeah, why?
Because
You got money?
no, not guilty.
Okay. Well, you make no sense. You crazy. That's why.
We're gonna stay here all day then, not guilty.
Mm-mm.
I'm telling the judge.
Yeah.
Somebody don't even have a reason why they're not going no guilty. They should be investigated. Like that's the deal.
Yeah.
Like, and we should, because if you got to go in there. A jury's supposed to go in there and debate their opinion, right? And they go and be like, "Hey, I want this," but we're gonna find out what unfolds on this whole thing.
This is nuts. This is just getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's like,
It truly is, and it's becoming one of those things as you watch it unfold that you go, "Wow."
do you think she knows about the alias? Who Frank White and Black White?
Oh yeah. Go back to her and ask her. Go ask her.
Hang
real
on.
quick. I know you don't. You were like, I thought we were done.
Right?
Never done, Sean.
Can you tell me about P. Diddy's alias names, Frank White and Frank Black? Is there any information on that?
Oh, honey, the plot thickens. So P. Diddy, aka Sean Combs, has been accused by his ex, Cassie Ventura, of using aliases like Frank White and Frank Black during their relationship. She says he used these names to book hotel rooms for those infamous freak-offs. Now, Frank White is a nod to the notorious B.I.G. His alias, inspired by the gangster in the film King of New York. As for Frank Black, well, that's a bit of a mystery. Some folks think it might be a play on Frank White, but the exact reason Diddy chose it isn't clear. It's all a bit shady, don't you think?
Right. She only knows what we know so far.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's
And
'cause
there's
it
no,
just
and
came
if there
out.
was more out there,
Right.
we would like. If there was more out there, we would know more. But it
Yeah.
just came out. This was, by the way, the prosecutor is sitting there, and she's got, or he got, this whoever the prosecutor is, has got somebody else on the side,
Mhm.
right? Going as soon as she says Frank White or Frank thing, and as soon as they say he used those aliases,
Mhm.
I want you to raid that pharmacy.
Yeah.
And all three, but they've got to. You understand? There's 3 locations,
Here we go.
so they have to facilitate a multi-state raid simultaneously, while all 3 are open in 3 different time zones. Like you simultaneously,
Yeah. So there's no
right?
delete the prescriptions.
Right. If
They're
there's
like,
well,
yeah.
if you're working there, you're in there today. Shred.
Yeah, today is the day. Today is the day.
And I'm curious to know if there's any investigation going on with Lifespan, but we'll find out soon enough. But that is your Diddy on Trial, the bad boy breakdown right here on Big Mama Radio. We got to do it for you every day. Right about 7:30 is what time we'll break that down and give you the inside,
Yeah.
the juiciest juice. And I think that's what makes us special is that we're willing to do that. And Sean's going to continue to make the AI a little bit better, as I can tell that he's continually like, well, I need this and I need
No, this is a
and-
new one.
all right.
Oh, this is the Diddy Defender.
Oh,
This is going to talk from Diddy's perspective.
Oh God.
right.
The Justifier.
Right. Why'd you do it, Diddy? I didn't do it.
Right? Slip and
Right.
slide. It was from my
Well,
slip
this
and
was,
slide.
let's put this in perspective. As Sean was able during my last 5 minutes of talking to create a or I hear this. He just asked it. Did you do it? Let's be clear. I ain't here to confirm rumors, deny headlines, or play into the courtroom public opinion. I'm not Diddy. I'm the Diddy defender. I don't speak on guilt or innocence. I speak on energy, image, and impact. Right. That's crazy because
But Legacy don't have clickbait. You can see him saying this stuff, can
Right.
you? And that was quick. That was just
you want truth? Time will tell. That courtrooms may echo it, but character, consistency, and contribution. That's the real record. Keep your spirit clean, your vision big, and your circle tight, yo.
Love.
Love.
That's a Diddy day. A Diddy day. Oh, yeah. That's it.
Man, so many people spend so much money on his brands from top to bottom. And I'm not just talking about music. This guy had a clothing brand that was so
Yeah.
popular at one time. Sean John, everybody
I had a
rocked it.
bunch of it because that's my name. So I
Right.
thought it was cool. I
Right.
didn't even know who he was at the
Right.
time. I was just like, why else am I
Right.
not going to buy shirts with my
He-
name on
he
it?
created a massive voting campaign called Vote or Die, where he got so many people involved in that. That was like 99 or 2000 or something like that. And
Did you see the that he has like actually some of his drugs were Obama's face? Like they were literally talking about that. That's
the
why they brought
ecstasy
him up.
were Obama's.
Yeah.
Well, you know how ecstasy's made.
No.
So ecstasy is a man-created drug. It's a man-made synthetic drug. You can't go to the pharmacy and order ecstasy.
Okay.
Okay, they take these ingredients and I don't want to give that out, so please don't research that. But you take these ingredients and you mix them into a pill, and then some guy in his grimy basement or his dirty garage or sitting in his bedroom by himself uses a pill press and puts them into pill presses. Some people are mass producers and making 40 at a time, and some people are using a little 2-finger press.
Yeah.
You can buy the presses on the internet because a lot of people take vitamins and stuff and make their own multivitamin. Right.
Right.
So all you need is a compounding agent, right? I think I'm assuming maybe you just press it into press. I've never seen them. I knew so this is how I know this.
Mm-hmm.
In 1999, I walk into the Pleasure Dome in Ybor City. This is where this knowledge, it's
Tampa.
firsthand knowledge. Tampa. I had just moved there. I had just started working there, right? It's early in my career there at the station. And I walk up, and my former roommate from Ohio is there. Like the dude who, now it was during a different time, and there was like 6 of us living in a house, and him and I weren't really tight, but he lived there.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, what are you doing here? He goes, oh, I work here now. And I was like, yeah?
Okay.
I was like, cool, I live here too, bro. Like, I'm so, all right on, bro. I live here too now, man. Let's get together. You want some ecstasy?
Just like that.
And I was like,
okay.
you just want to give me some ecstasy? Like, and I'm new to Tampa. Like, so this whole, I'm
Is
not
that
even
how
like,
they welcome you in?
right.
in
There's a lot going on. And I'm like, you're just going to give it to me? He's like, yeah, I make them in my bedroom.
what?
I said, you what? And I was like, and understand, I knew this guy. So I
Yeah.
was like, tell me, how's that work?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just curious. How's that work?
Right.
He goes, oh, man, I just mix it together and put it in a little press. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, cool. Pass, bro.
What the heck?
Because I wanted to know what he was giving me. So I wanted to know, well, what is it? How do you make it? No, I don't want that. You make it in your dirty ass bedroom? No, I don't want
Right.
that.
What's
It's
in
my
it?
ass. And so they make them, and people are taking this. So a lot of people use, so if you think I made a badass one, man. This one is super great. It's strong. It's clean, man. This is so clean. I'm going to put an Obama stamp on it. And then you know the ones that with the Obama stamp came from some dude who makes them or girl or
Yeah.
or-
It's like their
or-
calling card.
right. And then people will call them Obamas. Hey,
Yeah.
let me get half of that Obama. Now,
Diddy, where'd you get your Obama drugs from? This was brand new. I don't know how it's going to respond.
Right.
Could be interesting.
now, oh, you got to mute it. In '99, ecstasy was
Sorry, I'm having issues right now.
right.
Our
So in
systems are
'99,
experiencing heavy load.
it was massively popular. Like that was the era. Like I used to
LSD.
go ecstasy.
Oh, ecstasy.
Everybody was taking it in the clubs. Like you would go everywhere. Everybody was taking ecstasy and GHB. All the
Is
stuff.
that when
that's
all the raving thing came
Oh,
out?
yeah,
like the
absolutely.
pacifiers and
yeah,
the
and the
glowing.
water
Yeah,
and the
everybody
Vicks
had their
vapor
Brinkies.
sticks and shit. All the
Yeah,
crazy going on.
gross, right.
And I had a
Everybody
great
had
friend of
Binkies.
mine. I had a friend of mine, and he was so cool, man. And we partied a lot together, right? And I'm not even gonna tell you what level it got. I'm just gonna say me and this friend, and he would get on ecstasy and be the creepiest little dude ever. And I'm like, dude, stop doing it. I'm not going to hang out with you if you're going to do it, man. He's like, what do you mean?
Like, how weird.
And he would touch himself, like, because when you're on ecstasy, it's a sensory drug. That's why I never mess with it. I was like, you go out here, you never want to do ecstasy, go hang out with two people doing it, and you're like,
Really?
yeah, I don't want to look like that.
You're like, that's weird.
Like they think it's great. They're like, oh, touch me, right? But if you could take a video of someone on ecstasy, you'd be like, I never want to look like that again.
You just
Because
look like a
in
bunch
your
of
mind,
freaks.
I'm sure in the person's mind, they're like, man, I look great.
Oh, so sexy.
Are you having fun?
So sexy.
Are you? And I would go to the clubs and be like, this dude's blowing up out of his mind. I got to get away from him.
Everything is so
Right.
euphoric.
And it was so easy to tell, and especially in '99, because what would happen is you could always tell it was on ecstasy because the clubs didn't close till 4 in Tampa, right?
Yeah.
So people were, I think it was 3 or 4, something like that. And so normal people would go home at 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Right.
Go to breakfast, do your own thing. Like I've done my dance and I'm tired, right?
Right, you go hit the Denny's.
People on ecstasy are going to the other to the club.
Going to the next one.
Everybody's got glow sticks and shit. It's crazy. It was a crazy era.
Go to Club Space in Miami.
So if his drugs had Obama, that could be legitimately that's your calling card.
Yeah.
Someone's going to get nailed for that. And in 2025, woo, we love to go after the drug dealer
Yes, they do.
and the doctor.
That doctor.
F around and find out that doctor's in
That
trouble.
doctor is in trouble.
And I would say doctors. I'm going to say doctors, and I think the business as a whole,
Yeah.
because this is just the tip of the iceberg. Now, there's
How do you not talk about that you have P.
well,
in
you
your
can't-
practice?
You can't. All you
Everybody
can do is subpoena P. Diddy's records. You're not getting everybody's records.
What about Frank White or Frank Black?
Right, but
Right.
once they prove a crime with P. Diddy, now they can go after
Now
the
they can go at the whole
place.
thing. But by that time,
Mm-hmm.
listen, let's say I'm
This is
Denzel Washington because he was
Watergate
just
all
named.
over
I'm
again.
Denzel, which, by the way, we're going to go into Denzel for a second. Like, this is deep. So let's say I'm Denzel and that's my doctor, and I just see this. I'm like, oh, man, damn, Diddy.
Yeah.
Hey, man, take me off your list. You better erase everything you have with my name on it. And then I'm throwing all his bottles away, and I'm nowhere connected to that pharmacy
Right.
or that doctor. And that's what's happening today. Their phone is ringing off the hook with big names.
Telling them to get him out.
Get my
Well,
name
hopefully
off
they're
your
prepared.
shit.
They're prepared for that, and they're sitting outside watching them throw the shit away into the garbage, and then bloop 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 and go on. Now they got evidence.
No,
later.
they're not ready for that. This came out too
Ooh.
fast. That's the issue. Like they should have been ready to raid today. Like they're already doing it. Like they're already getting rid of it. People are already canceling.
The
People
minute that they got the prescription bottles and they have those pictures on
you
evidence,
think that? Well,
and
that's
then,
right. They already got the bottles.
They
It's
got
not
the
first
bottle.
step, but it's public now.
And then they got Cassie to say that he uses that name. Now you've linked him to that name, and he also uses it to get into hotel rooms and everything. And if they can prove that he's the one checking in,
That's racketeering. And he's going to get nailed for that. That's where I told you already. They're taking anything they can take, and they're going to facilitate the business too. Because just because it's in somebody else's name,
yeah,
don't
doesn't
mean
matter.
shit.
Doesn't mean nothing. Because that's what he was very proud about. That he
Right.
gave everything
Right.
to his
Bro,
family.
that ain't happening.
And it's like, yeah, nobody's that dumb. Like, we can pretend that we're stupid, but we got to take a lot
You
to believe
can't-
all of it.
It wasn't now. It wasn't yours to sell because you got it. You committed crimes with it, so they're going to go back. It'll be an issue. I'm not a lawyer or a judge, but I know that they're going to win this one.
Something's going to happen.
I would be blown away if the defense now, like I said, we could sit here in a couple of months or whenever the defense gets their shot and be like, OMG,
Yeah.
right? You could just be blown away by the entire case.
Next time, let's write this down, too, that we need to ask her about Jaguar and the
I wanted to
accusations against
So let me ask you a question. So
for
now
next
let's
one.
get into something because I saw you wrote it down here, and we got just a few more minutes on this segment before we have to take a break. About 10 more. All right.
Did he veil?
The veil. So did he wear a veil? Now let's go into another.
Can you find an image of him with the veil? Like in
You can
images?
find a bunch of images with Michael Jackson in a veil.
Yes, Michael did.
Now-
Lady Gaga wears one all the time.
Now let's
Madonna.
listen. Michael Jackson, great performer, definitely somebody who I would see at a white party.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Creepy guy, he would be there. I bet you that's all over TikTok. The Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson crashed Diddy's party without an invitation.
See, he wasn't
because he
invited.
wanted to meet Beyonce to holler at her and dance with her.
Right. He's like, that's not my kind of party you here, man. What are you talking about? Get on out of here, weirdo. We having a freak off.
But yeah, this is crazy.
This ain't for you.
This ain't for.
It's so crazy that
Did you see? If
I
he
never,
has any
as
pictures
someone,
of Diddy with a veil.
like,
I wanted to see if there were comparisons.
understand that I've done multiple, in my career as radio, I've done multiple award shows and broadcast and have seen them live. Grammys, AMAs, the billboards. I've seen them all live in
Yeah.
person in my life. I will say,
Did
and
you
I
want
know,
pictures?
and I have a massive
got a lot of
connection.
work to get that down.
I
for
can
some
get,
reason.
every time I go to LA, I get into 15 different parties, 20 different parties. I got mad connections for LA, mad connections. I got record and TV connects all over that town, right?
Yeah.
And so I always get into it. I've never once heard about the white party or a Diddy party or
Till recently,
or freak
right?
off till recently. And,
Yeah.
and it was weird because I'm sure he had him, but I'm
Justin Bieber was singing about it.
Do
A
you
long
see the
time ago. You just don't
connection?
notice.
Do you see the connection that they are starting to come up with?
I think you're
Ozzy
gonna-
Osbourne's daughter, like when she was a teenager. There's actually like when they were filming their lives, there's a segment that now people have found where Sharon, her mother, is talking about her daughter going out with P Diddy, and she had left, and she was a minor at the time, and was hanging out with P Diddy. Oh, they're the best of friends, and that was with Kelly Osbourne. Very, very weird.
Are you sure? Get that for me. I want that. I want to see that.
This one's saying he only wore the veils at the freak offs or something.
Right, but the veil could have
During
been
freak
something worn by all voyeurs.
It could have.
It could have been the voyeur rule.
But you're not.
as a
but
voyeur.
right now, you're not finding a public picture of him wearing it.
Right.
I thought you meant he was walking around
Right.
in public with it.
But I did see other celebrities rocking the veil in
Yeah.
public, and I've seen it before. And
Let's
it could be
do that.
a like, hey man, I like this veil. I'm gonna rock this when I leave here. And Petey's like, look at Michael wearing the veil I gave him. I told him he could only watch. Now he wearing that veil every day.
Very weird.
Right. Did you find the Osborne clip?
Yeah, just found it.
All right. All right.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Because this is people that had the videos that actually took it,
Yeah.
like,
Mm.
are replaying them.
All right.
So,
All right.
Because this is old. This is from 2003. Okay, go ahead. That
What's
one
up
is-
with P Diddy wearing a veil? Yeah, of
Let's
course.
use the thing we have already. Go ahead and give she's got a video. Go to the messenger, Sean.
Yeah.
All right.
This one.
Yeah.
The heck?
That's Sharon Allensburg.
Jack, so Kelly went out last night and apparently Puff Daddy's security guard bumped into her and knocked her on the floor. And then Puff Daddy picked her up and put her on the table and apologized and was really nice to her
Pause.
and told her
Do you think he hit her and then his bodyguard bumped into Kelly, knocked her on the floor
And then picked
from
her
a
up and
very
put her on a
hostile
table?
man, that beats every woman that he's around?
All right. Wow.
Okay,
All right. Go
continue.
on. Continue. This is.
This is where it gets weird.
her enough diamonds and that he was going to get her a diamond watch.
Pause. You don't wear enough diamonds, so I'm gonna get you a diamond watch now.
Wow. He's grooming her.
Continue.
And I said he smells good, he dresses nice, he's fine. Wouldn't it be cool if Kelly went out with Puff Daddy?
Mm.
This was actually an episode. Tell me about that.
Wow. Like now, if I've got a one-on-one with Sharon Osbourne, I'm asking about this today.
Right. So
and
Kelly,
same thing. I would ask Kelly too. I would ask Kelly the same thing.
did that really happen? Did a security guard bump into you?
Do you
that
have a
knocked you to
diamond
the
watch
ground?
still to this day from P Diddy?
Oh, here's where she got the watch. If you want to
Right.
see that, she actually got it from Diddy. So yeah,
And there's
this
an
is crazy.
episode where she comes home with the watch.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yup.
If only we'd have known, we could have bumped into P. Diddy and each had nice watches by now.
You'd have done more than bump into him to get the watch, bro.
I think you would have had to. I'd have just bumped into
There
him.
you
All
go.
right.
Sense.
You're the perfect little boy for prison, boy.
Oh, here we go.
You got a pretty little mouth, boy.
You so pretty.
You got a pretty little mouth, Sean.
You so pretty.
Hold on. Blow this up. I got to see it. I hear you. I think
Could be Tommy.
Right.
Oh, your mom? No.
Puff Daddy's Willie.
Oh, your mom's talking about Diddy's Willie.
Mom, seriously, you cannot. I bet it's smooth. I bet it's oiled, and I bet
It sounds like it's oiled.
Did she sell her kid off?
I'm wondering, right?
It looked like she's pretty young in that.
I feel like she facilitated. First off, evil woman.
I mean, how old does she look here?
She's in her teens there.
All right.
Too young to be passing off to Diddy, that's for sure.
And she went through something.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
All of a sudden, after all this,
I'm
that's
gonna
where
go check
she
to see if that's
hit.
Tommy.
That's where she hit that
Right.
change, where she went from that to being a completely different person.
Right.
What happened? It wasn't just Ozempic, my friend. Something happened in that
She
girl's
also
life.
had a whole downfall. Like she had a back spiral.
Yeah.
All right. There it is. That's the segment, ladies and gentlemen. We do have to take a quick break here inside the WB Williamson Brothers studio and get ready to get you on the backside with Tommy Bohannon and the rest of the show today. Is he here? All right. So if we get Tommy, we will. If not, we'll come back. I got a lot more things to talk about. More Big Mama Radio coming up after the break. Hold on. You're listening to the Joshua Tree Stream.
You guys always play the hits.
On Florida's favorite radio station, Big Mama Radio.
Is your yard looking cluttered with dead branches, overgrown limbs, or trees growing too close for comfort? At Joshua Tree, Inc., our team is here to handle all your tree care needs. Whether it's shaping, removal, or improving the health and safety of your landscape, we provide free consultations and estimates to find the perfect solution for you. When you are ready to revitalize your landscape, trust Joshua Tree for top-notch, reliable tree care services. Call 239-888-6817 or visit myjoshuatree.com. Let's make your trees and your landscape look their best. We're here to help.
They say Southwest Florida is the lightning capital of the world. So it only makes sense that the firm that knows Southwest Florida the best is Lightning Realty Group. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or rent, Lightning Realty Group is a full-service brokerage. They even offer complete management services for your property. So put them to work for you. Lightning Realty Group, taking Florida real estate by storm. 239-201-2951 or lightningrealtygroup.llc.com.
Need a dock or a seawall? Call 844-WB-BUILT or online at WBDocks.com. I'm Jimmy Williamson with WB Williamson Brothers. WB represents the fourth generation of a tradition that began with our grandfather in 1967. It's a tradition of building the strongest seawalls and docks in the industry. So strong that our seawalls come with a lifetime warranty. A lifetime warranty. For the strongest seawalls and docks money can buy, call WB Williamson Brothers at 844-WB-BUILT or online at WBDocks.com.
Ready to transform your backyard into a stunning oasis? Custom Pools by Design is your local expert in crafting breathtaking outdoor spaces. Proudly serving from Punta Gorda to Bonita Springs, we're more than just a pool builder. We're artists in creating luxury in-ground custom pools. This spring, partner with us for a chance to win a free Pebble Brilliance glass bead interior upgrade. Our unique mix of half glass, half petal, and concrete offers a sparkle that sets your pool apart. But there's more. Stand a chance to win a Pebble Tech color upgrade or a dazzling double shot abalone shell additive for that extra shine when the sun hits. With the highest amount of Pebble Tech interiors and Hayward pool equipment products installed, we offer top tier quality at great prices. Visit our showroom at 3744 Iron Bridge Boulevard in Fort Myers or explore the possibilities at custompoolsbydesign.com or give us a call at 239-573-4439.
Dive into dreams where the water shine. Custom pools by design, so divine.
Yo, DJ.
Play it loud.
Big Mama Radio.
Hey,
Show. Heard on Big Hits, Big Mama Radio. I'm streamlining the 7 hours of prep that I've obviously made that we would have to take a 7-hour show to get done. Good morning. Welcome back to the third hour of the Rise and Grind Morning Show here on Big Mama Radio. Thank you for being here with us. So the headline says it all right there. If you're watching on X, X doesn't edit the headline while we're live. We don't know why. We try. It doesn't work. But a flight flies 10 minutes with no pilot after co-pilot passes out.
No.
Uh-oh.
Now, when I said this in the headline description, Sean immediately said, well, that happens more often than not. But does it happen like this?
Not like that, but more often than you think.
Aloof lasagna? Aloof lasagna? This is how it is for me at trivia nights. By the way, I'm like, love for Hansa Manza. Love for Hansa Ama. Aloof to Hansa flight from Frankfurt to Seville briefly turned into an airborne ghost ship earlier this year when the plane flew on autopilot for 10 minutes completely unsupervised after the co-pilot passed out mid-flight. According to the newly released report from the Spain Civil Aviation Accident and Incident Investigation Commission, the bizarre incident took place on February 17th, 2024. The pilot had stepped on out of the cockpit to use the restroom, leaving the co-pilot alone, who then suddenly lost consciousness with 199 passengers and 6 crew members on board. The Airbus A321 cruised at altitude with no one actively flying it. The report said the autopilot and thrust system stayed engaged, keeping the plane on course despite the unconscious co-pilot accidentally hitting the switches and controls during his medical episode. Attempts to contact the cockpit by both air traffic control and cabin crew were unsuccessful. The captain tried using his normal door code, chiming 5 times, and later used an emergency override to re-enter the cockpit. Emergency override. Man, we shouldn't have one of those. Once back in control, the pilot diverted the plane to Madrid, where it safely landed. The co-pilot was rushed to a hospital. Investigators later found the medical emergency was due to an undetected illness not caught in the pilot's health screening. The report concluded with a recommendation: always have a backup person in the cockpit if one pilot steps out, even if it's just for a bathroom break.
Wow. So he went to go take a doobie-doo.
Right.
And then, really?
I'm trying to take a 10-minute break, man. I was trying to go to the bathroom and you almost died?
Yeah.
Man, what's wrong with you, man? You should have told us.
He had one job to do.
Right.
Let me go
All
to the
I'm
bathroom.
trying, right, I come back, I can't even get in. You got me locked out. And I'm like, what are you doing in there? What are you, man, I'm the one with the locked door. I had to go to bath. What are you doing in there, man? Right.
Stop playing, yo.
He's not answering, Captain. Call the captain again. He's not answering, Captain. Oh, my God. What is going on? We have to get in there immediately. I'm going to use my code. Beep, 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 beep. It's not working.
It's like when
Beep,
you're
beep, beep,
home
beep.
and your
It's
kids,
not working.
Your kids don't let you go to the bathroom.
I feel like he entered the wrong code 4 times. He was
Yeah.
so panicked. He was
Yeah.
like, beep, 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 beep. I don't know. What do I do? Emergency override. Oh, okay. 1111. There we go. We're in.
Yeah.
We're in.
Password.
In other news, ladies and gentlemen, a teenage girl in Florida was rescued from a dangerous rip current thanks to Andrew Smith, a man who had just arrived at Pensacola Beach to go shark fishing using a drone. Smith, who can't swim due to seizure disorder, used his drone to fly a flotation device out to the struggling swimmer after hearing calls for help. His first attempt missed due to wind, but on a second try with a new float handed to him by a bystander, he successfully dropped it within the girl's reach. She held on until first responders arrived minutes later. Authorities said she likely would not have survived without the drone-assisted rescue,
Wow.
and is now considering using similar drones for future emergencies themselves.
That's incredible.
Oh,
That's incredible.
that's divine. My friends, don't ever think it's not divine.
Yeah, she wasn't meant to go.
This guy cannot swim
Yeah.
and decided to fly his drone that can carry things at the beach
Including sharks.
the day that you
Yeah.
can't. Like, come on, guys.
Mm.
Come on now. Divine.
What does that tell you?
One of them has a major purpose in life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably the person in the water.
Yeah.
You were saved for a reason because we have a major purpose for you in life. I got chills, so I know I'm speaking the truth. That's how energies work, ladies and gentlemen. Young boys in Poland find message in a bottle from 1959. 1959.
Aww.
Two 10-year-old boys in Poland discovered a message in a bottle containing a love letter from 1959 while walking near Stogie Beach, bro.
Aww.
Hey, you want to go to Stogie Beach, bro? It's in
that sounds like a place I'd be found.
Gdansk, Gdansk. The handwritten note, penned by a girl named Arisha and addressed to someone she called Bunny, expressed her loneliness in school in Tarnow and deep affection for the recipient. Razia described herself as a modest and solitary, and admitting she constantly thought about Bunny. The boys, Eric and Kuba, have since contacted a museum in Tarnow in hopes of identifying the letter's mysterious author.
How cool is that? That's neat, actually. Blast from the past just came.
Right.
What if she's still alive?
What if they're married?
Her and Buddy.
Sounds like a second grade project that they did, and write something that you would want somebody to have, and blah, blah, blah. Well, and if you find it, bring it back. And she was probably crushed that hers was never found. And now in 1959, it's going to be found. They're going to be married. We're going to write a book about it.
That would be cool.
By the way, I will be the first person
Mm-hmm.
that pays to see the Diddy trial movie.
Yes.
You can either put it into theaters or put it on demand.
Yeah.
You can make me pay access. I don't care. Whatever it is, I'm paying. Just so everyone knows.
Sean tried to get the court records yesterday, and it's like impossible.
Impossible?
I won't say impossible, but it's very difficult.
You probably have to go in person.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Somewhere like New York would be like, oh, yeah, you can have them.
Sure. Show up.
Oh, yeah.
No,
11100 Main Street downtown.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be very expensive too. It looks like most of the places that I found are selling small, documents at like
Let me ask you a question.
$1.95 per
Have
page.
you gone and looked
Clerk of Courts?
at like Reddit? Or
Yeah,
somebody
they're not
who's
posted there. I haven't
nobody's
found any.
got no, not yet.
Mango. There's somebody saying that go to Mango.
Darlene!
Hola.
All right. D, what's going on, girlfriend? All right.
They're saying that Mango is like an app that people are going to get like the most updated.
I don't even know what mango is.
I don't know either.
I know I'm
that was
definitely
like,
allergic to it, so I'm not sure I can actually have it.
let me see. Let me see. Oh, that was looking at trial update.
Live streaming platform for entertainment, lifestyle, and showcasing talented hosts.
Mango?
Mango.
Yeah.
What?
Mango Live.
Yeah, it's called Rotten Mango. Go to Rotten Mango is the one you want.
I was like, what? What do we not know about this? Like, this is what we do. But now we're going to go to Rotten Mango. Ooh, it's a podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah, supposedly that's the one has the most. I guess they have someone in there.
Right. Doing what?
Like
Someone in the
broadcasting it,
trial.
sitting in the trial.
Oh, broadcasting it?
Not
Oh, not
broadcasting from there,
broadcasting,
but
but-
bringing it back and talking about
Right.
everything they saw.
All right. Rotten Mango.
What about this? Let's see what we got here. Oh.
Rotten Mango. No, that's a weird Chinese movie.
Is this are these?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Right. And she's got them all in video
Yeah.
as it goes down. Hold on, give me.
There's a bunch of stuff there.
Play one of the trial. Like, just give me the most recent one that she posted.
Transcript.
Oh, she's good at this. How is she doing this?
Right? She must be a either. Well, you can't record it, but what is it, steganographer? The people that write down like the shorthand stuff and they
Go back
type it
up. Go back up. And what is the press play? I want to hear. Is it a podcast or is she acting this shit out?
If you're into deep dives on true crime and searching for answers in every detail, you need to check out Crime Junkie. Hosted by true crime queen Ashley Flowers and her best friend Britt Peratt, Crime Junkie delivers gripping cases, both famous and lesser known, that stick with you. Their storytelling is
you don't get no
sharp
more.
and
That's it. I'll wait till you're done with your
just how
deal.
we like it.
Well, I'm gonna wait till the ads are over.
Listen
Hold
to
on.
Crime
I
Junkie
handled the
wherever you
muted.
get
Hold
your
on.
podcasts.
Another
Or
ad
watch on
here.
YouTube.
I like how you
Appliances
can read it. Lights up the
and
words.
home
Right.
systems
You know
all turn
exactly
to
how
breakdown at some
long.
point, but with an
It'd
American
be cool if I
Home
could
Shield
download
warranty,
the
you're covered.
document
When your
to this.
fridge
Would be
is
Can
on
you click on
Wi-Fi
the
All
and
right,
your
so this
gas
is
is
it.
leaking,
Yeah, she gives the
AHS will
transcripts,
fix or
but
replace
yeah, in a
covered
minute we're
parts
gonna
of
hear
your
her
home systems
talk.
and appliances, no matter how
And
old they are.
She's
Not
just
to mention,
reading
as a
everything that
benefit with
happened in
select
court,
plans,
basically.
you can video
word
chat
for
with your
word.
live repair experts to help assess
So she's
or
doing the
fix
job
the
of
issue on the spot.
basically
American
the
Home Shield.
person that
Don't
takes all the
worry,
info
be warranty.
or records
Get
it, the court
20%
smart.
off any plan at ahs.com/rotten.
Well, that's what we call it here. I don't
Two
know what the
Rotten
hell it is.
Mango
/contracts
researchers
for
inside the
coverage
courthouse
details,
with her,
including
so she
service
got
fees,
3
limitations,
people
and
in there.
exclusions.
Right.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Wow. She got
Monday,
3 people in there.
opening
I can't get no.
statements for the
I bet you
Diddy
it's easy to
trial.
get in there.
There are no cameras allowed in federal
I
courtrooms.
guess you
so
have.
know
I
you
mean,
guys
you
often
have
like
to
watch
be
live
on.
streams of trials
You have to be
that
there
you
like
guys
first
are
thing in the morning.
following,
You got to be like
but there's
one
no
of the very
cameras.
first people
So
that can get
I
in the
have
courtroom.
two
'Cause
Rotten
once
Mango
school is done,
researchers
you can't get
inside
in
the
there.
courthouse with me. We are all individually witnessing and experiencing everything that's
Or
happening
she knows
during the
people.
trial, individually taking
knows people
notes,
in the courthouse.
and then every
They're like,
single
"Yep,
night we'll
come
come
on in."
home and regroup and try to find all of the things that we all saw and felt and noted down, because I thought that was the best way.
Stay
Because sometimes we
steady
notice
Here are
things
the
that the other
things
person
noted
doesn't
from
notice, and
Monday.
maybe it's like in our
All
heads.
right.
We don't
I
know.
don't
So
know.
these are all the things
wait,
that we
let me
noted
come in here.
on Monday. If you guys are just here for the actual trial and like maybe some of the transcript stuff, skip ahead. This is like the energy inside the courtroom. So Monday morning, we sit down. The press is sitting on the right side again. So we are behind diagonal Diddy. So like we can see the side profile of his face and the back of his head mainly. So we're sitting there, and I feel like the minute that the defense attorneys start walking into the courtroom, it's already so tense. The energy, everybody expected it to be a lot more tense on Monday because it's the last day of jury selection. They're finalizing a jury. They're going to start opening statements. 2 witnesses are going to come to the stand to testify. There's going to be cross-examinations. It's going to be tense. But it was really tense. Brian Steele walks in holding Tenny's bag as well as his own bag. And I feel like the minute that Brian walked in, we were all taking notes because we have discovered this new thing at Rotten Mango, which is the fact that we can kind of predict what's about to happen in court next based off of Brian Steele's eyeglasses. There's something about this man's reading glasses. You look at his reading glasses, if they are on his nose bridge, I feel like whatever is coming next in court is about to be very serious. Or he's reading something. But like usually something very serious is going to happen. When they're off, I feel like he's relaxed. I feel like it's about to be lunch.
She's good at this.
That's the feeling that we all gathered, and they're just staying on his nose. They're not coming off. He's like buried inside of his papers first thing in the morning. Usually he likes to do his little not posing, but he likes to do his little stance while he greets people. But he's just like buried into the papers. Mark, the lead defense attorney, also stressed.
Wow.
I feel like he had a very approachable, almost like a teddy bearish quality that just keeps declining rapidly day by day. And we don't really know what's going on, but like seemingly they're very stressed. The whole defense team, they just look like they're cramming for some sort of finals on the other side of the courtroom. And we're just in the back watching, kind of stalking them is the feeling, and like taking notes. And then the prosecution
I want to run
team
this
walks
live.
in.
Right?
This is the
All right,
team.
we're gonna
that
go home.
Mark
Let's just play for the rest
Garagos,
of the
lead
day.
attorney Tenny Garagos,
this is
famous celebrity
like
attorney
if you
father,
want
has called a
Right, this is called Rotten Mango.
Rotten
They
Mango.
walk
All
in,
day long.
and I will say I don't know.
Like, go
if
to the
it's
recent
fact
one. Now,
that
we just picked this one to hear
heard
the
him
audio,
call
but yeah,
them
this
a
is great. Go
six-pack of
back.
White women on a podcast.
You're right.
Or
Like,
if they just look so cool. They looked so
This
cool.
is what everybody on TikTok has been like.
is that the recent one?
Yeah, I'm trying to find what the.
TikTok's been like very favorable towards these people because
Oh,
they're
it's-
just
there's
basically
so
just
many.
You can't sort them
describing.
that way.
Load all episodes. You could do a search on the top.
Oh no.
Above.
Is that a timer?
5:18.
Can they see the time?
518.
Oh, 5:18.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the newest one.
Realistic. Damn it.
Cassie husband texts Diddy, "I'd like to beat the F out of you." Ooh.
And this one doesn't look like it's got ads.
Well,
Let's
yeah.
try it.
Du har en ny beskjed.
Hei Jorunn, Vibeke fra Joker Tingmann her.
What?
Jeg kjenner ingen som skryter mer av kremen av iskrem enn deg. Tykte derfor det var på sin plass å ringe og fortelle at ukens Joker er minus 40% på et stort utvalg dessertis fra Henny Gold.
That's like, what is that?
Transcript.
Copy transcript clipboard. I can pump that into the diddler.
Ooh.
You can copy the whole transcript? That's crazy.
That's what it looks like.
Wow.
If you're into deep
So there it
dives
is.
on
We'll
true
get into that
crime
more, but I don't
and
want to spend the
searching
rest of the
for
show talking
answers
about it.
in
But
every detail,
very
you need to
interesting to
check
say
out
the
Crime
least.
Junkie.
You know what else is
Hosted
interesting?
by true
Residents
crime
of
queen
Colombia
Ashley
and
Flowers and her
Buga,
best
Colombia,
friend, Britt
reported a large
Barat.
metallic
Crime Junkie delivers
object
gripping
falling
cases,
from the
both
sky.
Bogota.
Yeah, Bogota. Nah, Buga, not
Buga.
Bogota. Buga.
Oh.
It's not that silver ball, is it?
Yeah. Prompting investigations by local authorities and speculation from the public. The silver-colored sphere, several feet in diameter, featured unusual markings and appeared to descend slowly before settling on the ground. Emergency personnel examined the object and found no signs of radiation and immediate threat. The Colombian Air Force is currently reviewing the case. Experts are investigating whether the object is space debris or a component from a satellite or weather instrument. No official conclusion has been reached. But if you want to go down a TikTok hole, Betty, the metal sphere of Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
It just landed?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, no way.
Right. No way. Get out of here.
Yes. So this is huge. What was it called? The alien, what was the thing? Sphere?
The sphere.
Yeah. Apparently it is a big thing and it is going to a lot of different places. I don't know. Have you seen it? It's just like a circular here. Let me see if I can. Buga sphere. Yeah, I'll show it to you. Sent.
Yeah, you want to pull it on
TikTok.
stream it from your phone?
Sure.
Or you can just control it. Oh, crud.
What?
There's stuff going on. Too much going on.
Too much going on. There's stuff everywhere.
Ah!
Get it out of my face.
All right.
Get it out.
Good morning, everybody. Just tuning in now to the Joshua Tree stream.
X-rays reveal
great to have
something
you guys on
strange.
with us here in
Mysterious
our
metal.
third
A
hour.
mysterious
Covering
metal.
So much here today.
That's the sphere I'm talking
gotta-
about.
You got to pump up the volume for me.
They
Pump
think
up the
that,
volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume.
Sphere
Pause,
was
pause.
recently found in Buga, Colombia. At first glance, it looked like debris, but after analysis, scientists realized it wasn't normal. X-rays revealed
Alien.
something strange. 3
sending us.
internal metallic layers with 18 small spheres arranged symmetrically around a central core. There were no weld marks, no seams, no explanation for how it was built. Even more interesting, etched into the surface were ancient-looking symbols. Scientists said it appeared to contain a message about consciousness, energy, and unity. Some are calling it alien tech. Others think it's part of a black project. But maybe the real question isn't where it came from. Maybe it's why it showed up now.
hijacked my delivery
Because
and
if the
got
message is
avocado
about
toast.
consciousness, then it's not about the object. It's about you. Your individual consciousness contributes to the collective field. How you think, how you feel, what you believe, it all adds up. Earth's energy is shifting. People are waking up. And maybe this orb is just a reflection of that shift. A reminder.
Hey, what's up, Matt? First class
Not
delivery in the
from
building.
aliens, but
Thank
from
you,
the
bro.
frequency you're tuning into. So what if disclosure
okay.
isn't out there? What if it's already happening through you? Save this video. Share it with someone.
So that's what they're talking about.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Did you see this already? Did you know about
Yeah,
it? Or
I've
you
saw it a bunch of
Yeah.
times. It's all
Feeling the
over the
shift
place.
and
yeah,
follow.
it's a big deal.
Especially like on the Journey World, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like because it's all about energy. It looks like.
Yeah, they're saying there's all kinds of different energies coming out of this sphere, and there's no weld marks on the sphere. Everybody's saying all
They
kinds
can't
of different
explain it.
things. A lot of it seems suspicious, though, because, how many people can be investigating the sphere at the same time? But
It
yet-
just made my show prep. I didn't go looking for conspiracy theory stories.
Okay.
This is when news is actually reported.
Yeah.
So we need to be cautious of this sphere.
Well,
I want to know more.
I've heard interesting things that there's several of them, not just the one. That's what I was getting at. That's why it seems weird that multiple people.
They're landing bombs on Earth.
Right.
And we're just like, let's take them into our deep, darkest.
I've seen people claiming there's almost 4 of them, I believe.
Yeah, let me see. There's another one. Here.
I need to see one in action landing.
Send me
Not
the
people
link on this
finding them
one,
in the
'cause I could-
woods. Somebody's building this with 3D printer and making it viral.
Right.
Here's one. I don't know. I haven't seen this one. Here, I'll go ahead and mirror this.
That's
one.
got coffee in
Mirror
it.
again.
Whatever
Yes, it
that is,
does.
has got coffee in it.
Yes, it does. and
Legit.
it's got some sugar. It just lit me up pretty good.
Woo! By the way, if you want another, you want did you find something or we?
Here's the other.
All right.
All right, you got to remirror it.
I don't know if this one is. Yeah, this one's in English. I just want to make sure because there was
Hola,
a.
hola, ¿cómo estás? Es Fiora, Armando Conde.
I get a lot of
All right.
I
all
see
right.
things in English and Spanish. So.
Good morning, Kim.
And
Great to
there's
have you on
videos
the
to
show.
prove it. You gotta see this story. This thing is being called the Booga Sphere. It was found in Colombia last month, and scientists have no idea how it was made. A glowing metallic sphere was caught on camera flying through the sky, descending silently, and then something insane happened. It didn't vanish. It didn't explode. It landed, and someone actually put their hands on it and picked it up. This isn't science fiction. This is real, and it might be the most convincing physical evidence of extraterrestrial technology we've ever had, if you can believe it. Video started circulating of a floating metal orb glowing with shifting lights hovering low over the ground, no sound, no wings, no visible propulsion, and then it descended. I was gonna call it AI generated, but the way the orb moves and the length of the videos, technology just isn't there yet, so it has to be something else. One guy got so close he actually touched it. He says it was freezing cold, dense, and unlike anything he'd ever seen. At first it weighed about 4.5 pounds, but when taken to a lab it registered 22 pounds. That alone raised eyebrows. It literally didn't change in size, but yet become 5 times heavier out of nowhere. But what scientists found next, that changed everything. The Booga Sphere was analyzed by a private tech company specializing in electromagnetic detection equipment. What they discovered was impossible. The sphere had no visible seams, no welds, no way of opening it, nothing. But it featured a strange black belt, markings resembling unknown symbols, looking like a strange language that doesn't exist. In the middle, it had what might be a quantum chip embedded into its structure, and its surface, when exposed to fire, it doesn't heat up. They put a blowtorch on it and nothing. It didn't burn or get hot. When splashed with water, it evaporates the liquid instantly, but it stays completely cool. It just doesn't seem to make sense. How can you pour water on it and then it evaporates, but then you could just touch it and it's not hot? X-rays revealed internal mechanisms, real components, not random junk. This thing wasn't hollow. It was engineered, designed, built for some kind of purpose. And here's the thing, just before it was handed over to Mexican journalist Jaime Maussan for further study, the team in Colombia received bizarre messages, some polite, some threatening, and one reportedly from Russia offering a deal for the sphere. Then again, I heard Putin isn't easy to make deals with. That's when the decision was made to get it out of Colombia. With official clearance from local authorities, Maussan brought the sphere to Mexico, where it's now under secure analysis. Could it be alien tech, or just a surveillance probe, a UFO from another dimension? Or maybe I just been watching too much Joe Rogan. I don't know. You let me know in the comments what you think. Is it real or not? I'll see you tomorrow. Colombia just found...
Is it real or not? Is it real or not?
I think it's real because I think that there's important people
It's
that are
on-
interested in it.
It's suspicious.
Everything is suspicious
I'm
now.
not ready to confirm it one way or
And
another.
I'm with you on that. Like, you know, I'm not a speculator. Like, I'm always like, all right, let's believe everything. A little gullible sometimes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you almost have to be like, well, is that real? And how many times do I say that when we watch it? Well, I got to see that in person. Like the video of Aunt Hesh. Like I would have to go find that newsreel from that news website.
Yeah.
Right.
And see it on their site to see that. Like, until then, it's AI created and somebody faked it.
Very interesting.
The authorities have recovered the body of a 22-year-old Canadian hiker 5 months after he went missing in the Adirondack Mountains of New York. The man disappeared in December after setting off on a solo hike, near Mount Colden, an area known for steep trails and extreme weather. Search efforts at the time were hampered by snow and dangerous conditions. His body was found off-trail by hikers in the spring, identified through personal items. Officials believe he likely succumbed by the elements. The incident has been a renewed warning to all hiking. Don't do it alone, dummy.
Yeah, don't do that.
Wow.
Seems like a bad idea.
We're not going to find him till spring.
Yeah.
That's my loved one. Yeah, spring.
Listen, we had people in space for a year.
There's 7 feet of snow on the ground.
Well, but we had.
He's buried. The good news is when we find him, we might be able to revive him like the Iceman.
He won't go anywhere.
Right. Come on. First off, the dangerous thing you could ever do in your life. I'm never doing it.
What?
Hiking into a snow-ridged mountain.
No.
Pass.
No.
No. I don't care if I was the most physically fit of my life. I don't want to do it.
No.
Now, well, I'll climb a quick 40-foot cliff for a fun and adventure, and we're having fun and somewhere safe, and I'm like, it's cool. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Good for you, but for me, no.
Right. But I'm not into I would never go somewhere where it's like, we're going to go into the mountains for the next 8 days.
Take your own oxygen because there isn't any.
Right. And we're going to scale mountains with no safety wire at all. And you may or may not make it up. Now, but if you want something to do this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, you know this Sunday is the Indianapolis 500. It's always a big occasion for me because I remember watching it when I first got in the military at a campground in Indiana, and everybody went to this campground and brought their TVs out, and they all watched it out there, and it was a big deal. Real hillbilly, but I loved it.
Yeah.
Well, this year is going to be a little different.
Why?
Because it's going to include the Weenie 500, the first
What?
competitive race for the entire Wienermobile fleet. It's also the first time all 6 Wieners have all gathered for over a decade.
Head-to-head,
The Weenie 500 is the first competitive race for these Wienermobiles. It's got the Chi Dog representing the Midwest, the New York Dog representing the East Coast, the Slaw Dog, it's a big wiener for the Southeast. And then you got
we're talking about hot dogs?
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about dogs.
No. We're talking about the Wienermobiles.
Oh.
For Oscar Mayer Wienermobiles.
Okay.
Do you not know what a Wienermobile is?
Yeah.
You've never seen the big Wienermobile?
It's on a whistle.
Right. No.
There is a whistle.
There is a whistle. They hand out whistles.
Yeah.
But the Wienermobile is a hot dog. It
With
looks
a
like a
whistle.
big wiener.
Doesn't it whistle?
It's not. You don't blow the whistle at the Wienermobile, Betty.
Oh.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing. But which is kind of ironic now that they give away the whistles and you blow the whistle at the Wienermobile.
Right.
I just want to let that be known.
And it looks like a wiener.
Right.
Think about this. What kind of pervert created that crap?
Kim says, go Knicks. I'll have to go with her on it. Go Knicks, Kim. I'm with you. Go Knicks.
Hi, Kim.
My brain right now.
By the way, there's so if you want to watch that, the race will happen on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. It'll stream live on Fox Sports app and on IndyCar on Fox. So go check it out on all their social media accounts and stuff. And you can watch it on the news. Betty's eating avocado toast.
All right.
Hippie!
All right.
You're a hippie. Here's the top. Here, if we made signs, you're a hippie. Number 1.
It's delicious.
Gross. Gross. Nobody eats it. They were like
I thought
somebody.
it had tomatoes, but then I guess not.
Right. You're not there.
What?
Not there. You just get what you get and you don't throw a fit. That's how it works there.
I dunk it?
Right.
Oh, okay.
I've had a lot of people asking for the avocado toast. Apparently, it's picking up in popularity.
See, it's good.
Don't defend her ever again on here. All right. Don't defend her.
She didn't
hippie,
think about any of us,
incense
Matthew.
burning, sage loving, all right, meditating in the morning,
Yeah.
avocado toast eating.
Cauliflower
Right.
mash.
Right.
Hey, if there's a contest,
Can't get a drop of sugar in this effing house
Oh, yeah,
anymore.
it's gone.
If you want some processed food, there ain't any. You used to be able to get a donut up in this, but not anymore.
It's all gone.
Hippie.
Well,
All right. When I walked in earlier,
would you like a tarot
she was
reading?
like, "Take your shoes off and let's do some
ground.
yoga together." I was like, "I'm not doing yoga. I just got here."
It's time to ground.
Right. Right.
Would you like me to pull your tarot card for the day? You love it.
I do. You're special to me, Betty. Right? You're the reason I'm going to go to the front of the line.
Right.
Find your true. Oh, wait. Would you rather Wednesday? I'm going to squeeze a lot in here in the next 20 minutes, so hold on for it. By the way, no, let's wait on that. Let's wait on that because this rolls right into us talking about the energies. You're going to like this, by the way.
Tell me.
6 scents that have powers to heal. Did you know about this?
Tell me.
What do you think sage does? This is
Disinfects.
essential oil.
Yeah,
This is
It's
essential
an
oil.
Mold, everything else.
Yeah.
Blood pressure reduction. In a July 2013 study,
talking about
women
sage
who
oil.
smelled clary sage experienced reduced blood pressure and breathing rates, and they were also able to relax during a stressful medical exam. And it helps amp up memory and attention as well. Now, this is essential
I burn
oils.
sage every day.
All right. Peppermint,
I have that too. I've been putting that around.
stress relief.
Yeah.
Research shows that breathing in peppermint can decrease the body's level of cortisol and a stress hormone. Plus, it reduces both fatigue and your chocolate cravings.
Awesome. So check. I've got 2 on my list. I've been putting literally peppermint oil like in my kitchen and in like spaces like that where I go and get like snacks.
I know you wear it every morning. I come out and be like craving. I'm always craving chewing gum when I.
See?
No, I'm just kidding. Orange
Orange too.
decreases anxiety. A study found that people who sniffed it before a stressful test were able to stay calm under pressure. Sans anxiety spike, possible because the scent can help slash stress hormones, and it elevates the mood. So this is a crazy thing for me. Orange has always been my flavor, and I used to everything. We'd go buy air fresheners for the car. I want orange. I want that. They make an orange spray that smells great. I love the citrus or whatever it is, and it's super. It's not like the cheap one.
Mhm.
It's like a nice one, right?
Yeah.
And I just like that. I
Yeah.
do. I like that scent. I think it smells like Florida. I like that scent. A lot of people don't.
Really?
A lot of people don't like the overwhelming scent of oranges.
I do. I think it's
I
like
do
it wakens
too.
up something in my head.
It's
I like it.
But I understand it now because I always had anxiety.
Mhm.
So I liked it during my heyday of having massive anxiety because when I smelled it, I was pretty cool. I was like, I don't really have a lot of anxiety right now.
I have
I crave an orange.
I'm gonna.
You guys want to go
dehydrate
get a
some
Julius?
oranges. I'm gonna make a potpourri.
Rosemary.
I love rosemary.
It enhances brain power, boosts energy,
I
and
have
lowers
fresh
fatigue.
rosemary in my garden. Yes.
They found a study that breathing it in can improve speed and accuracy during demanding mental tasks per a 2012 study. Very old study. That's a very old study. I don't know, 2012. I can rent a car from 2012 for like $8.
Was it a Trump impression?
Cinnamon. Improving focus, increases concentration, and reduces frustration.
I made my own like air freshener the other day, and I put a cinnamon stick in it. I put orange in it. I boiled, like I literally had dehydrated oranges and I boiled them and made like a thing. And I put rosemary and I put lavender.
That's next.
Yeah.
Relieving PMS.
Oh, it was great.
Hey,
and I
next
put
time-
Florida
hey,
water in it because
hey,
I'm weird like that, and
hey,
I love
Sean,
Florida water.
Next time she's feeling crazy, right? Just grab lavender, throw it on the stove, bitch. Be like,
It's all over the house
Right.
already.
Right.
I have bags of lavender everywhere.
Lavender. So there you go. You already have it going on. It's funny. I knew that you would like this.
I
but
love it.
This was something right down the line of the journey, and I was like, I got to make sure I squeeze this in.
Yeah, and you know what? And it does make you feel better. Like I even like Sean before I started with the sage thing. He was like, I don't know about that. And now I find him lighting my sage. I'm like, all right, he likes it, and it does. It changes the
Clears out the
atmosphere.
cigar smell in the lanai.
Yeah, and it just like changes everything.
He's not doing it for energy, but it's just an air freshener, all right? That's why he's doing it, all right?
He's awake because of my sage.
I love it. I love it. By the way, sage is all about energy, and it's an energy clearer. If you go to do any kind of ritual and you're with a shaman, he will always or she will always burn sage as the clearing of the room happens. If you go see some priestess, anybody, they use sage to clear it. It's one of the most
Even card
universal
reading.
things used across all different beliefs.
And the cool thing about it is, like, if you do sage your house, not only does it have like spiritual things if you believe in that, but also there's like actual benefits. Like it is, what is not for mold reduction? It actually helps with that,
Right.
and it's an antiseptic kind of
Antiseptic.
Yeah,
Antiseptic.
so it clears everything.
It cleans.
So not only does it do a spiritual job, it does a physical job of doing that. But just make sure to keep your windows open when you do that. Get it all out of here.
To me personally, antiseptic is got to be used, not blown in the air. To me, it means that I don't know.
It's what people used to disinfect their house way back in the old days. So it
Raid
works.
some sage in it. The evil spirits are in here,
Put it in
and
there.
that's why she's sick. Granny, get the sage and start waving it around. Gotta get it going right now.
You know
That's
what?
Well, there you go.
I ain't even mad.
It might have been
Right.
the only defense for black mold back in the day.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I didn't get the Dumb and Detained. I don't even think I got to the celebrity stuff, did I?
Take another coffee sip and go.
All right. We got this a lot.
Would you like me to get my peppermint?
Did your Norm died?
Who?
Norm
from Cheers.
No.
Yeah, yesterday Norm has left the bar. Cheers star George Wendt died yesterday morning. He was 76. There's no word on the cause of death, but his family says he died peacefully in his sleep while at home. George played Norm on all 11 seasons of Cheers from 82 to 93. And so many other things.
I love Norm.
You could
Everybody
legitimately.
loves Norm.
Right. Everybody loved Norm.
Aww.
But he passed away. Also, Sarah Silverman had a brother named Jeffrey who died before she was born, and she just opened up to Rolling Stone about how he died, and it was pretty awful. Sarah Silverman says her grandfather killed her brother when he was a baby.
What?
Yeah. Oh, you want to give me this story?
Seriously?
Absolutely. Sarah Silverman had a brother named Jeffrey who died before she was born. Sarah and her two sisters grew up believing that Jeffrey suffocated in some sort of freak accident involving his crib while he was in the care of his paternal grandparents. But Sarah's father, Donald Silverman, finally told her the truth in 22. He said, quote, "I always felt like he was crying or something, and my dad shook him in a rage and killed him." Sarah had no trouble believing that because her grandfather mercilessly abused Donald when he was a boy. Donald passed away in 2023.
Oh my gosh.
Horrible.
I don't know.
Is your grandfather in prison or he's just wandering around?
2023? That would have been...
Right. No, that's when he died. Like, she's telling the story now because everybody's dead.
Gotcha.
Her dad and grandpa. So she can tell that story now. So she's willing to tell it. Also, Selena Gomez teamed up with Oreo for a inspired cookie. They'll be hitting store shelves on June 9th. If you're a Selena Gomez fan, get ready.
What's it taste
There you
like? Nachos?
It tastes like dirtiness. Would you rather Wednesday? Would you rather? I guess I'll squeeze this in. Would you rather find your true purpose at 20 and die at 40, or never find it and live it to 90?
Die at 40.
Yeah.
90.
Really? You're just going to wander around doing nothing?
I still don't think I found my true purpose. I'd be dead already.
You're just like, I don't know. I'm just here to eat
But I'm
French
enjoying
fries.
the hunt for it.
I'm here on the planet to eat French fries.
No, I know there's a true... I always said, all right, I always thought my purpose on this life was to make dreams come true and make miracles happen and use my influence to use it to do so.
Yeah.
And I still think that to this day.
You can do that.
I did it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to get into the story. I should probably bump this segment to get into the story. Have you heard about what's going on at Jug Creek Marina?
I heard a little bit just from overhearing you.
There's all kinds of licensing and permitting issues that's going on. The county wants them to become a full-fledged restaurant. If they become a full-fledged restaurant, and the way they've been doing things is through catering licenses and other things that and some people call it a loophole, some people call finding a way to do your business, whatever. It's a great place. They're doing great business, and I'm going to tell you what they're doing. They're bringing traffic to Pine Island,
right?
All right, which Pine Island desperately needs. And here's the thing about Jug Creek Marina: it's on the far end of the island, so
that you have to go through the whole island,
right?
So people see the island and they see what it's about.
So this is something that's important. And I found out about this yesterday that they got a whole bunch of issues going on, and the county's got issues, and if they become a full-fledged restaurant, they have to give up the fish house. Understand that Jug Creek Marina is the last of its kind. There's not another fish house in Southwest Florida. It's
been there forever.
Right. That's the last of the fish houses. You don't want it to go away. It's heritage. It's a part of our history. There's a reason that the Williamson brothers have taken over Jug Creek and they've saved the fish house.
Yeah.
These guys are businessmen. They could easily be like, all right, cancel it. Put up a high rise. Let's sell $1 million homes and get the hell out of here.
Like, and they could probably build it themselves.
Right. The size of property that Jug Creek Marina's on, you could put up a nice setup there right at the end.
Yep.
It's all yours. You'd make grips.
Yeah, he would just never have to do
Right,
anything
but
again.
instead they're trying to give something. You got one neighbor that's down the road that's like, they're playing loud music all night long. They don't have a permit for this. Now understand, Jug Creek, that's what you opted for when you decided to put a party marina at the end of a street. All right, so you're going to have residents that you have to deal with, and you're going to have to deal with. So there's a big county commissioners meeting coming up in June that they're going to go to, and they're trying to save the marina. They got to change. If you go to anywhere, I'll get it on my Facebook page too. But there's a change.org thing going on where you sign it, and they want to make sure that they get an extension on what's going on, and then they get it all worked out because they want to be able to do both.
That makes me like upset because they have such a good vibe going on there.
Right, live music all the time.
You got the fish house, you got fresh seafood, and yes, like they have good food. I mean, it is, it's not like a restaurant, but you go and you grab and you go sit down.
You haven't been out since they got a full bar and lined up, and it's like all built out.
Since the pools went in.
No, the pools are gone.
Yeah.
And now there's a full bar all the way around that's covered up like a tiki. And there's another tiki down at the other end where the pool used to be that's all tiki now. So you can get under there and, relax. Okay. And then they got a little tiki stage. A little low on the tiki stage. Bad idea on that one. A little low on that.
Like against the...
I've hit my head on it every time I've ever been there.
Like the water's behind you, like right in that corner? Okay, I know what you're talking about.
So they got it all like kind of like redone, and it's popping,
I forgot what holiday we were there for. I think it was last year when we went for the tents, and they had it all set up.
And they've done...
Cabanas.
Now that's completely different.
Okay.
So, and they've got like way more food. And they have a caterer handling this every day, and they're paying the caterer, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know this, by the way. This is all assumption, and I don't want to get into it too much.
Yeah, I don't know how they're thinking.
But I do know this, but
it's good.
Whatever they're doing it right. Please, let's figure out a way to keep it. And so when I found out about it, I had to call a couple of people I knew and just be like, hey, we need to look out for this. Like, this is something that matters to the community. I feel like I'm the voice.
Yeah.
The people's voice.
This matters.
Allow me to call you and tell you what the people are saying. I do the same thing for anybody that I know that's a politician. Look, I'm just going to tell you what's really happening because you're disconnected and have no clue.
Yeah.
This is what's really happening. And I think that's who I've always been when it comes to it. And I think that's why so many people have lined it up, man. I'm not going to get to anything else except for the wrap up. So I'm just going to take us to the wrap up. It's late. I'm not trying to stay on all day.
I want to go to Judd Creek now.
Go out there. Give them support. Give them some love.
Selena wants to go too.
Right. It's a great place. Full bar.
Let's do it. A whole van.
But they may.
The van.
You know what?
Take the bus out there again.
Speaking of that,
they were nice. They accommodated us last time really nicely.
Check this out. This is what I need.
What?
For not an arm and a leg, I need like a Amazon delivery van for 5 days in September. Now here's the deal. Check this out. I did research on this. You ready for this? You can rent one from, say, Enterprise.
Yeah.
For the 5 days. They give you 1,200 miles. I'm putting 2,400 on it. I can't do that. I can rent one off Turo. Gives me 1,000 miles. I said I'm putting 2,400 on it. I'm not paying another 600 in overage on miles. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for one with unlimited miles. Okay. Do you know the only place you can rent one of these with unlimited miles? You're going to shit your pants when I tell you this.
Home Depot.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You knew this already? Did you already know this, or was it on there?
No, I'm just psychic.
I've done it before.
I think about these things.
So they're a little bit more costly than, say, a thing, but you don't have to pay the mileage, so you take it for 5 days and you're good. So because for Hannah's wedding, I start thinking, it's cool if I take my truck and trailer, but Sarah's going to have her car there.
Yeah.
So all I really need to do is lug gear and a truck and trailer.
Yeah, you're like the mule.
I'm going to go from here to there at maybe 70, 65, 70 if I'm pushing it up and down mountains because I got the trailer and everything in it. Like I'm not going to go to 80 and risk it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then I wreck on the side of the road or blow a tire and I don't make it.
Scary when you go to different places. You don't know that you don't travel all the time.
Right. So I was like, I'll rent a high top van, load all my gear in it, and just take off in the high top van for the week, right?
Yeah.
Not an easy thing to do.
And then you got to bring it back.
All right, but I'm probably do the Home Depot one. I'm actually thinking about it because it's funny that you said that. It's the only one.
Yeah.
You got it. What's crazy because you want to call somebody like Enterprise and be like, I'm going to Home Depot to rent this.
You're like, that they got a better deal, right? Just
right.
like, why
I
would
can take
use
this all the way across the country.
And they allow you to take it for 5 days.
Right.
So you're good.
Right. They don't care how long you take
As
it.
long as you bring it back in one piece.
You can rent it by the week. It's like $1,000 a week. Unlimited miles. I'm like, unlimited miles, you sure?
Are you sure?
You know where I can go in a month in this thing, man? Just so you know. Like, I can go a lot.
I'm going to Alaska in my Home Depot van.
All right. That's the only thing I don't like about it.
You're going to have Home Depot. You're going to have to go get you got to go get like those magnets that you put on this.
Right.
Like,
call my buddy. Hey, I rented a van for $400.
daughter
I
of
need
the
900 in
bride, father of
magnets.
the bride. Yeah.
It don't matter. Everyone uses rental vans to load into a wedding. That don't matter.
No, that
so
don't
I don't
matter.
mind driving that. Sarah's like, get a U-Haul. I said it would be like 800 one way, 800 the other way. No, hell no. And if you rent them local, same thing. You can get, it's $19 a day.
Right.
And 19 cents a mile.
Yeah. And then everything
which is
not included.
Oh, no, no. I might have to look into that.
Did you want the air conditioning featured?
Right. You want the AC to work? That's another $24. You want a dolly? No, I don't need a dolly. Oh, you're going to get one anyway. They're $25.
And we charge you 19 cents a mile for the spare tire that's
I
in the
like
back
Penske
too.
trucks, by honest. By the way, as a gypsy, radio gypsy, as a child, and now as I was as an adult until I settled in here, understand 17 stations in the first 15 years of my career.
That feels like that's like the fancy version of U-Haul.
Right. Penske it is. Yeah. It absolutely is.
Yeah, that's for people.
Way more comfortable.
Bougie people.
Right. Well, I was bougie at one time in my life. Now I'm going to rent it at Home Depot. We're going backwards, Benny. Somebody save me.
I heard old guys get cheap.
What? What'd you say about old guys being cheap? I'm not cheap. You know what it is I just want to get it all there. Yeah. I want to have a great time. I know first class delivery. You're sitting right here.
Okay.
I'm not trying to make you drive all the way across the country for my daughter's
You
wedding.
want to go to where is it?
Right.
Ohio?
Hey, for the right price, he'll take it up there.
I would say all day long, but here's the issue: is I have for the right price. It's too much. He'd have to rent something to drive it too.
Yeah.
I told my dad. I called my dad yesterday. I'm going to get into this. I'm going to go late. I guess I am. So I called my dad yesterday because I saw Hannah on here and I called Hannah when I got done. I talked to Hannah like an hour and a half yesterday, like a long time, talking about different wedding stuff. And I was like, so have you talked to Dad about coming? I'm talking to Grandpa. I said, Grandpa, you talked to Grandpa about coming? She's like, well, I've sent him to save the date. Invites haven't gone out yet. I go, you need to confirm with the family. You got to call them and follow up. That's the family way. I'm sorry, but if you don't call and confront them and say, hey, are you coming?
Yeah.
And put them on the spot,
no.
They'll figure out a way to I can't make it. That's just the family way. Welcome to the Joneses.
Yeah.
It's what happens, right? And so she was like, I'm going to wait till I send out the invites. I said, that's cool. She's doing it this week. Mm-hmm. And I said, that's cool. And then I called my dad yesterday. I was like, get your ass there. And he goes, well, I said, look, I rented the biggest effing Airbnb you've ever seen in your life in Dayton. All right. It's the nicest one you're going to get around there. Like, trust me when I tell you, you're going to be comfortable and it's gorgeous and it's nice.
Yeah.
If you want to stay in my Airbnb, come on, let's roll. I want you to come with me.
Nice.
Like, whatever you got to do to go just to be there for my daughter, make it happen.
Yeah.
Dad, it's not, it's almost one of those things like now as like, I don't know if you know this, but I'm now the boss of the family.
And today,
your presence is being requested by not only my daughter, but by myself. I expect you to be there.
But today, on this day of my daughter's wedding, I will grant you one word request.
I'll give you one request.
Sorry, I got to run. Just got an emergency.
Oh.
Somebody call 911. First class delivery is on its way.
Oh, my goodness.
Whoa. By the way, your commercial is going to be first coming up in the break.
Yeah.
It just happens to be, that's by luck. But by the way, it's going to reset in a minute, so it may be the second one of the break. I don't know. I may be lying to you.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate the coffee.
And the avocado hippie toast.
Nobody wanted the hippie toast. That's why she tried to hide it over there.
I like it.
She hid it because she didn't order anybody else.
Right. She didn't ask you if you wanted any hippie toast.
Yeah, she sidestepped.
Right, you were her husband.
She sidestepped
like-
into my coffee delivery and got herself toast and thought about nobody.
Didn't even ask you, did she?
No,
Didn't she ask
nothing.
you?
I did.
Nothing.
Listen.
Did she say you want
Nope.
something else? And no. She didn't say, "Hey, fatty
Didn't-
boy,
didn't
you
even-
want
didn't
one
even
of your
mention.
yeast-filled,
Wasn't even like-
gluten-filled donuts?"
Wasn't like, hey, I hijacked your delivery and got some avocado toast. Nothing.
I did you a
Nothing.
favor because I thought, oh, I'm gonna get
No-
some donuts, and I was like,
no
no.
notice.
He's probably gonna be like, why did I get him donuts? Because he's been trying to eat healthy
Yeah.
and all stuff. And then I was like, let me get the avocado toast. And then I thought, no, he complains about avocados unless they're his avocados. So he hates everybody else's avocados.
Yeah, I like
so,
it fresh. It's
see? So I'm like, I did him a favor. I saved him money.
But you also know I would have loved the bacon, and so would have Jason.
What bacon?
The snacking bacon, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on
Yeah.
up here. Every man knows about snacking bacon.
Right.
Well, now I know for next time.
I love you, Betty. I love you, girl.
Would have
And
loved you more if we had snack and bacon.
Next time you're getting bacon.
I loved it. Thank you.
Yes.
The offer, the intent is all I need. Thank you.
Yes,
Next time
I'll get
take
you
it.
bacon next time.
Thank you very much.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
But my
I mean, I
avocado
don't know why it
tastes
has to be
good.
next time we're going over and everything. But
And you hate avocado everything too.
I don't eat that. Yeah,
I know you
I'm not
don't.
jealous of that.
I know.
That looks horrific to me.
This is delicious.
Yeah.
I thought they had like other things.
Look, it just made me throw up a little bit.
Yeah. Taco Bell
You know what's funny?
guacamole is the one
Even
thing
if
that
I
makes me
liked
hate avocado.
guacamole, I would never be able to eat it again because I saw people making it with their hands, and then someone was like, "Well, that's the way great guacamole's made."
With your fingers? No.
With your elbow deep in some guacamole. You ain't never seen these ladies making the big bowls?
That's
elbow,
why I have
elbow
them-
deep gloves on.
That's why I always order the table side.
See the
ones.
table.
Yeah.
They do it right there in the middle of the place.
All right.
They're like, "That's how the good stuff's made." I was like,
They might get a free pass.
You
It is
see
good.
why I'm very picky about my avocados?
90 Day Fiance star Ben Rathburn has died after a battle with stomach cancer. Jason Kelsey says he's lost 25 pounds since retiring from the NFL. We hear that Bill Belichick, 73, and Jordan Hudson are engaged. Wow. It's like Pretty Woman all over again. It truly is. I'm going to go ahead and marry you. How much will it cost today? 38 years after the first Lethal Weapon, both Danny Glover and Mel Gibson are going to reunite for a fifth movie in the franchise. Mel's 69 and Danny is 78.
What are they gonna do? Go to a nursing home?
Right, let's go kick some ass. We're security guards now. Stop, damn it.
Get out of here.
Right.
Like, let it go. Like, you guys were funny once, and we
We got-
appreciate it. No,
They got bills to pay.
let go. Do something else.
Mel Gibson, though. Mel Gibson, you know what's funny? Is
Mel Gibson got money.
I just saw him do a picture with somebody, right? And it was
Mhm.
like these four superstars, right? And they're all smiling in the picture. And Mel looks like he's going to kill all three of them as soon as he's done taking this picture.
I will murder you. I will murder you.
I don't think he ever smiles.
No,
I'm just saying. I don't
he
think
doesn't
does.
have to.
Right. Yeah. I'm Mel Gibson, damn it. Cheez-Its and the Cracker People are coming out with their own line of frozen pizzas.
What?
By the way, the Cheez-It thing at Taco Bell was the grossest thing ever made. So,
Yeah.
you ever see it? They had a Cheez-It thing at Taco Bell. It was like a tortilla. Like they made a tostada out of a
Cheez-Its
Cheez-It.
aren't good on their own.
Right.
Much less anything else of Cheez-Its.
Oh, he does smile sometimes. Every
Like a
time.
crazy, though.
Right.
That's a
Right.
crazy face
Hey,
right there.
everyone. Hey, everyone. That's why he played Crazy and Lethal Weapon, because it fit him.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it fit him just good. By the way, as senior dog news, I haven't seen. It's pretty heartwarming. A family in Pennsylvania praised the employees at their local Texas Roadhouse for making sure their dog's final meal was a great one. Their 8-year-old Great Dane developed a tumor in her nose and had to be put down last month, so they got her a steak dinner, an 8-ounce New York strip with fries and mashed potatoes. They ordered it online, wrote it that it was for their dog's last meal, so the cook took time to make sure it was the best steak that he'd ever.
Oh, why this makes me just.
Yeah, I don't want to tell the rest of the story. The best steak he had ever made, and it said, I'm so sorry for it. The family recently went in for the dinner to thank him in person.
Oh, I love this.
Woo! That was deep. That almost got me live on radio. That never happens very
I
often.
saw that.
Ooh. Animal stories kill me. That's why, you know what's funny is when Five Below came out.
Oh, with the Huskies.
Right. So
I can't watch it. I can't watch anything like that.
So I'm on the show.
I get
and
destroyed.
My co-host the day before is like, I'm going to go see Five Below. I was like, oh, cool. Right on. Awesome. So it comes back. I'm like, how was Five Below? And they're like, oh, so sad. I cried so hard. And I was like, oh, you cried at a pet movie? I'm out. I'm never going. Mark it on the list of movies I don't need in my emotional life.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
That scars
8
you.
Below. It's 8 Below, not 5 Below.
Yeah,
it's 8 Below.
Five Below's the store.
5 Below's the store.
But they
yeah.
got good deals in there, too.
They do, right.
I make
Not all
Sean
of it's
cry.
5 Below anymore, though.
I make Sean cry when I go in there.
I'm going to
'cause
start a
I'll walk out
store
with a cart.
that's called 20 Below, and then a month after I open, I'm going to start selling $100 items in the back.
Yeah. Everything's like $25.
Right. It's like 5
Where's
Below
5
for the
Below?
first
Just
front.
put a sign over the back door if you're tired of this crap.
Right. $100 items in the back.
$100.
No,
Right, come on back here.
Five Below for dollar store items, and then everything else is $25. What kind of con job is that?
Right. Because that's not how it used to be, though.
No.
Everything was 5 Below in there when they first started. And then they were like, well, we're going to bring bigger things in because everyone's bored with this, but we need to charge a little more.
Right.
So we have a 10 Below section. Now this is just a section. Now they got a 10 Below, 25 Below.
I did get that pop-up Santa Claus thing that you like. I got it at Five Below for $20.
For $20. I bought a lot of stuff at 5 Below.
I should have bought like 4 of them.
Right. I bought both of these iPhones at 5 Below from a guy in the back aisle, but that's a whole different story. I'm just kidding.
The pre-activated ones for 90 days.
Right.
All right. I'm
You
good
dump
with
away when you're
that.
done. They're called burners. We don't really talk about it on the radio.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You don't talk about it.
We don't talk about brew.
No.
Man. Guys, I don't have anything else for you on this wonderful day. I do want to thank everybody for tuning into the
We
Joshua
gossip
Tree
so
stream.
much.
It's been so great having you guys all on here. What a great 3 hours.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of, we started at about 7:05 and we're ending a little bit, so it's 3 hours, but we did have a little bit of technical difficulties
We had
inside
some
the
restream
first
issues.
break, but we fixed it quickly. And I could have given up and gone home. I was all about it. Good morning. By the way, good morning to Ange and Selena. And Ange, I love you. I saw you posted something earlier. I didn't get a chance to say hello. So thank you very much.
I know. Thank you, guys.
I got to put her on the website too. I'm going to do that this week.
Angie.
Right.
the
I got to
bus.
get everybody. I got
On the
to.
bus.
I'm going to put a bus section. Something I haven't done yet that I thought about already. The bus almost needs its own page on the website.
That would be cute.
So I'm going to build a page, a bus section, and get all the information on the bus, how it was built, blah 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 blah.
We got
blah.
the hat from Beetlejuice that says
Right.
guide. It looks like a taxi
Right,
guy. You're gonna
right.
have to put the hat on.
Right.
And we'll take a picture of her on the front.
And I can't wait to do I'm going to do a full-blown video production tour of this. So it's just something I'm going to pull off. These are all things I have on my list of things I hope to get done inside the next decade. I don't want to set the
Is it gonna happen?
I'm doing big things already. I just learned something this morning that I can't wait to go home and work on.
What?
But I also have hockey and family, a pre-engaged family and
vacation.
I have to do something today. What?
You're out on vacation.
Not today. I'm not leaving till
Friday.
but I'll still do the show Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the kids got school and exams. I can't be pulling them out. I don't pull nobody out of school until they call and say, "Dad,
I'm done.
I hate this place today. I want to go home." I'm like, "Cool, I'm coming to get you."
Yeah.
Listen, I'm that parent.
Yeah.
All right, because it's about my kids' mental health, and I don't 100% sure the schools get that.
Right.
And it's probably, oh God, I'm not going to get on it. But by the way, I will be covering for Trey Radel again in June, and I'm spending an entire day talking about the schools.
Are you really?
I am, because it matters
You're gonna
to
put
me
everybody
that
on
much.
blast?
It's not about putting them on blast. I just want the things that matter. Listen, for some reason, we've eliminated mental health by basically
everything.
Dialing down the counselors to where they're not even available anymore. You got like one nurse and that's it.
Yeah.
You don't have any kind of psychologist or someone that works that can understand this. And this is, a lot of people say, "Oh my God, it's your feelings. We didn't have feelings when I was a kid." Well, you were dumb 30 years ago.
Right.
All right. And now advances in science and advances in medicine have realized that the mental stability of people matter. It's not that we've become sensitive or soft. Mental stability matters to people. And for some reason, we don't have mental urgent health care. Kids in our schools don't have that. Kids in our schools are not being taught anything from Drug Free Lee, the #1 drug-free organization, nonprofit educational, what they do is for the kids.
They're being
Not allowed
silent.
in our school systems, not in every school. They don't have the ability to build a club. This is ridiculous. Stop it. Get it fixed. Get them in today. These are all things I don't get, and I just need an answer. And a lot of, there's going to be a lot of bureaucrats that get involved and use their political influence to slow it down, and it's just going to be not worth it.
Why?
I don't know.
You know
I
why?
don't know. And it's because it's hard to tell. And as somebody who, what I like to call, I've been inside the belly of the beast and will tell it all.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I do the call. Like, to me, it's the network. Why did I run for office? All because my network's deeper now. And now that my network is deeper, I'm able to talk to people about the real side of the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, you know Jug Creek Marina?
Yeah.
You know how important that is for the people of Pine Island?
Yeah. Why are you guys messing
You got
with
one lady complaining. All right? Tell her to, find some compromise. What I would say there is find some compromise
Right.
that favors Jug Creek.
that? Right.
Like, all right, we'll stop the music at 9, not at 10. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that still favors Jug
They
Creek.
do that in Naples. If you go to Naples Beach, like we went to Playa Resort,
But
and
that's-
my brother was staying there, and they basically at 9:30 they shut off all the lights because they made an agreement with the turtles.
And here's where it comes to an issue.
You
And
know?
here's the difference between Sanibel and Pine Island. Sanibel is a standalone city, standalone fire department, standalone police department. Pine Island is unincorporated Lee County and patrolled by Lee County sheriffs. It's got Lee County Fire Department. Like, this is an unincorporated Lee County. Now, you can't have the best of both worlds. There's benefits to living in an unincorporated part of Lee County, but
Yeah.
there's also benefits out there if you lived in the city, because then the county would have no say on what you do with your ordinances. The city could make that difference and show what's best for them. But it's a double-edged sword. You have to
Yeah.
be prepared to deal with it. I personally am not a fan. I like unincorporated Lee County, and I think it's the best part of Lee County.
Because you get to kind of just live your
Life without some kind of restriction that's put on me by opinion of some guy who doesn't really live.
Some board that
Right.
decides
Where do you live,
whatever.
bro? Where do you live? Oh, in a gated community?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the thing that you have to understand. That should be like, hey, Mr. Politician, where do you live?
Yeah.
I just want to know where you live.
2 times over.
I'll give you a good
Two
example.
times.
Let's talk
You
for
can't,
let's
because that
talk.
one lady
Let's
got
talk for this
arrested.
for example. I can't believe I'm doing this. Let's talk for example, because I'll give you a great example. My best example.
Yeah.
Mike Greenwell. Mike Greenwell was a Major League Baseball player for years.
Mm-hmm.
Made millions of dollars playing Major League Baseball. Moved here, became a farmer. Kids.
Okay. I
All
didn't know he
right.
was a
Marker.
farmer.
Yeah. Produce 31
Yeah.
on 31.
Yeah.
Mike Greenwell
Didn't he go
owns
to
it.
high school here too?
Went to high school here, right before the pros,
So he's
right?
a local.
So
Okay.
Marker 31. Now the mansion.
Yeah, right before the
Produce 31.
right before the horse rescue.
Right. And all of the big mansions that you see behind there, those big houses,
Yeah.
that's all Greenwells. All of them, his kids and everybody. That's the
The
Greenwell
whole family.
compound.
Okay.
That's the Greenwell
know that.
gated compound that you can't get to, connected to Produce 31.
I've been there a million times. We go there all the time.
Right. They have good food.
Yeah.
And
I haven't even gone to the restaurant yet. I just
so
been
the
picking,
craziest thing is
feeding the donkey.
that guy is making the decision for the guy who lives down the street on a road with 4 houses, who or on a road with 35 houses, who has to deal with neighbors and shit. He don't know what that's like. He never known what that's like. He's disconnected. Why? Because he lives in a big gated house. He doesn't understand the throes of being a resident because you've never experienced it, because you've always been wealthy in this town. You haven't had to go through the struggle of like, oh my God, they've just assessed $40,000 to my taxes. What am I going to do to cover that?
Right. Or hey,
It's a fact with a lot of
surprise,
politicians.
you are now in flood zone.
Right.
How did it? Wait a minute.
Right.
When I bought this house, I wasn't. Why am
And
I
you go,
now?
well, I have those same issues.
It's like what?
No, you don't. Not from your compound, and you don't experience things like this. And that's the issue. And I think a lot of them get disconnected by their wealth. Now, it takes wealth to get elected. So it's a double-edged sword. No one in America, especially the power voters, which there is a thing called power voters. A lot of people don't know that. If you vote in every election, they have your address and name flagged. And that's why they knock on your door, ladies and gentlemen. That's why they knock
They
on your
never
door.
knocked on my door.
All right.
Why am I?
Have you voted in
discriminated?
every election?
Yes.
One way only? Are you a registered or are you Indy?
I am a registered.
All right. Are you registered or Indy? I'm just asking either way. Are you
He doesn't
registered?
do
Not.
either.
That's why.
He doesn't do either.
Because it's a split.
Mhm.
Nobody wants to knock on a door and have him answer.
Oh yeah, because he'll be like, everything's stupid.
And it tells him, it says undisclosed or undetermined or unidentified or whatever you are. It tells you what's in the house.
Mine just says angry man, don't knock.
And it'll say that you're a power voter and he never votes.
Yeah.
Or he won't even be listed. And they'll come knock on the, like, they'll just have that. Like, it's just weird. It tells you who the power
Maybe he
voters
already
are.
ran them off once. That's why. I haven't seen them.
that happens too. They flag it.
Yeah.
Inside a system they all use. They'll be like, asshole at the door.
Screamed, get out my yard, and went for his guns.
Yeah. Crazy dude looking at me through the window.
I remember when, Spencer Roach lives up on Orange Grove. At Orange Grove and Burkdale, right there at the corner. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
So we're neighbors too?
Right. Spencer Roach lives right there.
How weird.
So I was running for office, and I knew that he was on the side of your neighbor.
Yeah.
My opponent, who didn't win either. And so I knocked on his neighbor. He's like, what's my name? I knocked on his. I'm knocking on doors, but this is what you're supposed to do. I knock on the door. He goes, what is my neighbor going to say? I said, who's your neighbor? Oh, you haven't gone that way yet, huh? You're about to find out. Because whatever he wants is what I think we'll all do. Right? And I was like, oh, he's your neighbor? I was like, oh, Spencer's your neighbor? I was like, I know Spencer. Oh, yeah, I'll go talk to him right now. Whether or not he's supporting me, I don't know. But I would make my decision based on my own personal beliefs, not based on my neighbors. But if that's what you want to do, I understand. It's been great talking to you. Have a nice day.
Wacko.
Total a D to him. I had to be. I had no choice. I wasn't. I was kind of that guy too, I guess, when I ran. Maybe that's why I didn't win. I was like, I don't know.
You were douchey to people?
No, not douchey. I was raw. I don't have time. The people that I knew were supporting the other team that would come and be like, hey, man.
Yeah.
I support everything you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Liar.
Liar.
Oh, you didn't want me to say it out loud. Liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
You're so stupid.
Politicians are so scared to stand up and be like, I don't support this guy.
Yeah.
What?
Why
you
not?
don't? Why not? Because I don't want to.
Yeah.
How about that?
He smells funny.
Right. There needs to be somebody that says, I don't support this guy. I support this guy. Why? Because that guy I don't like.
Right.
I've met them both. I don't like him.
There's something weird about you, dude. Oh my god.
There you go. That's
I'm
it.
kind of upset that the libertarians never do anything. that
Betty's a libertarian.
me.
She's like, we never get together.
Yeah.
I went to a libertarian meeting and a bunch of librarians showed up. I think they misread it.
Yeah. I'm not like, yay, anarchy, but yeah, leave me alone. That's kind of my vibe.
I'm more of a let me get out in front of it and let's not ever argue because I'm not the one. I'm never the one. The dog's like, the show's over, bitch. What are you doing?
Yeah, what's going on?
Shut up, Bigson. Get out of here right now. That's what the dogs are
He's
saying.
like, your studio rental is over, sir.
Your scheduled time is up. Your scheduled time has
We
been
have
concluded.
other people that are waiting for
What
their
is
turn.
going on? Like, management's at the door. Get out. Other people have to be here. Scooby's coming in.
I only said it was okay till 10. You're 19 minutes over.
Right.
We charge double.
Extra hour for 1 more minute, extra hour.
See, he's like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing now. Go. Your clock is ticking.
I love you guys. But I'm glad they changed the tone. Thank you very much for coming in and making me shut up about politics. You guys have a wonderful day. It's been great being on with you this morning.
Tell everybody about this one too.
Oh yeah, she's on.
We released this on Big Mama Radio and The Journey last night for Paradise Drive.
I want you guys to go to the Big Mama Radio Facebook page. We don't have time to go through it today, but I don't want to run it through. You want to run it through right now? Like we
We'll
don't
not run it through,
All
but
right. But I want to tell everybody back because I did it.
People on here. I don't think they might.
I did it. So if you go to Big Mama Radio, all right, go to Facebook/Big Mama Radio. Go to BigMamaRadio.com, by the way, and get it all right there. It's all right there at BigMamaRadio.com. Get onto the Facebook page, and I'm actually going to build a page. I got to go do something to the page today, so I'll build a square just for this. But it's called Drive Paradise. It's an AI built by our own mad genius right here. And Sean has built this AI so that you can go in Florida and all within a 4-hour drive of Cape, you can pick different areas to go and you can ask it to plan the trip. I just used it yesterday. I'm going in July to Hollywood Beach just for a little family getaway for 4 days. We're legitimately going to another beach to do the beach.
I love it. I do that too.
Here, if we go do the beach, we're like, all right, you're tired, let's go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if you stay overnight, you go down to the beach for like an hour and you're like, all right, let's go home.
I didn't feel
But out of town, you're going to embrace it the whole time.
Yeah.
Because you're paying for that to go out. So that's why we're
One of the cool things I had the app do for me was it literally told me to stay at one hotel because the hotel was nice, but his pool was garbage. So go 2 doors down and go to that
Get a
place
day
and pay
pass.
for a day pass
Had a
with a
lazy
lazy
river.
river and a great bar, but don't stay at a hotel because it was
$25.
underrated.
It was way worth just hanging out by the cabanas, the Lazy River, and all that $25 day pass, and then you go to the other hotel that was a
It
better
works with your
hotel
budget
to stay in, but not as expensive.
Cool. It's really cool.
So
It's
we did
fun
the
to
same
just
thing.
play
I
with.
said, give me 3 days of plans for this, that. And I didn't give it any details, and it
Yeah.
busted out a pretty good plan.
Right?
So I was like, ooh, this is something I'm going to get into later. Obviously, it's a lot of things going on, but I said, I'll sit down with Sarah. We're trying to figure. Well,
I gave it a budget too, and I said, and I wanted a hippy dippy, 3 days away. So I asked for like mindful things, places where I can meditate, natural like water.
Are you going to
springs
do
and
it?
stuff. Yeah.
When are you going to do it? This weekend?
When I got back on hers and told it I was a grumpy old man and didn't like to drive more than 30 minutes at a time, so every 30 to 45 minutes
She
it
has
needed
me
to stop
stopping doing
somewhere nice where I
meditation.
could have a smoke and enjoy my time for a half hour before the next portion of my drive.
It was fabulous, and then she came in
planned
under.
it all out, scheduled it all out, told me where the safe, nice gas station was to stop
With
along
a
the
good
way
bathroom.
to fill up with the good bathroom that I needed on the way.
You got to test it, though. You got to make sure that
We're
actually.
gonna do it.
Oh, I checked. No, all that shit's there. It's all.
No, I want you to do it. I want you
Oh,
to
yeah,
document it and do
Well,
it.
our next-
Say, we're
our next
using
trip.
it. We're using this. We're doing it. Do it
Yeah.
this week. You guys should go.
And literally, I said I wanted $1,000 like for the whole weekend, including hotel stays,
All right.
food, everything. And she came under at $570.
gives
Told me
links,
that the rest was
the
incidentals
Expedia links,
and
everything.
souvenirs and stuff like that if I wanted to. So she came in under with everything that she gave me was like beautiful parks, botanicals, all kinds of stuff. Told me how much it was going to be. Told me how much, where to stop and have
How
a
to book it?
snack. Yeah, everything. And she told me that some places were that needed reservations.
Go
others
into
I
that.
did
Go
not.
into the app, Selena. It'll tell you exactly where you can go. Tell it where you want to go, what you want to do, any of that stuff. It'll.
I
Find
told her
ways for
no like theme parks.
She's
I
been
wanted
told to stay
mindful.
away from touristy areas. She's allowed to talk about them if requested. However, she's looking for local gems and things that are like local knowledge and.
She
sites
requested a place called Biscuits and Tea. And it's like a tea house in Arcadia that I never heard about. She was talking about it. I'm like, I want to go. And there was another place that she recommended. Like, she'll give you like the top things of the menu and tell you that too. And she's like, this place, the biscuits are the size of your head. Like,
Wow.
she was pretty
That's
good.
pretty cool. So, by the way, you can get a lot of information at BigMamaRadio.com, including their show called The Journey, where a lot of this stuff goes on. They have like a Journey AI and more. It's all available at BigMamaRadio.com. It's a fire-ass website. Go check it out for yourself. I can't wait to change that. That's going to be so sweet. God, right?
No.
That's going to make it so much more streamlined. I can't wait. One little thing is going to change it on. I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with. No, and I saw that, I was like, oh, I need that. But go check out. You can watch the show live there. You can listen to the stream live there. Find out more. Enter. By the way, Tommy Bohannon will be back next Wednesday at 9 o'clock. A way to submit a question is there on the page. There's so many things that you can do, watch, and be a part of. Go check it out for yourself. It's great. That's all.
I love it.
I do too. I think I did a pretty stellar job.
I think it is really
And
good.
it's very clean.
Yeah,
I'm
Jamie
gonna take
popped
that
in
off.
here and said, are you
I'll
guys
take that
like
off.
after 10 o'clock? What's going on?
Um,
Jamie, we're unpredictable. Sometimes we want
Well,
to
we're
going to
start doing 7 to 10 every day, every other Monday, every Tuesday through Friday, every other Monday we'll start, and then we'll give you something during
By
the
popular
off Mondays.
request. Thanks, guys.
Well, no, I think it's because we all want to build something bigger here, and we're going to have to take it just a tad much more serious.
Yeah.
That was the first step.
We'll
That's
be more
so
consistent.
slick. Clean, bitch. Clean.
Nice.
That was good.
You know what I
like
haven't
that.
started doing? I'm going to start doing today, though, is I'll set up my SEO engines and everything that I know how to do. By the way, I should almost do that for a living because I got big events at 92.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good for someone who's not paying someone to do it for them.
Yeah.
And so I run it through a grader to make sure and see how it goes. And I'm at 92 right now, so we're doing all right. We're doing all right.
We're doing good.
Guys, you have a great day. Get out, do something fun. Enjoy your hump day. Remember, we wear pink on Wednesdays for next Wednesday, ladies and
I gotta
gentlemen.
remember that.
Also, don't forget that it's a great day to go out and enjoy some trivia out at Brooks. I'll be at some hockey and some other things, and maybe Brooks at the end. But I'm gonna have CJ start it and get us going, and be a good time. So we'll see you out there
Sounds like a plan.
tomorrow. Tune in for the Coach Bob segment that I'll rename and before we do it, and reimage it before we do it, because you guys are all haters.
What, your closet love?
No, I'm gonna do. You know what, Betty? You know I have control of the website, right? The one thing that you can't f with, like, I will make a closet love with Betty. All right, I will change it to Betty Love.
Stop it.
Tune in Fridays, Sunday nights at 9. It's time for Betty Love. Betty Love. Betty Love.
I forgot what it was.
I want to bring back the Sunday night tailgate. That's something that I really loved and wanted to do, and I kind of lost it. But I kind of lost the direction with it. But I created it. I bought the domain, everything. So it's a syndicated show that I want to build. It's called the Sunday Night Tailgate, and it's a country slow jam show.
What? Country slow jam?
Yeah.
Like banjos and stuff?
No, country slow songs. Do you not know a country slow song?
No.
Yes, you do. I can give you one right now.
Which?
Amazed. Typed in Amazed.
Amazed.
I mean, I can think of 100 slow country songs.
Oh, like the Broken Road song?
Press play on it. I don't care. I don't care. Press
So
play
it's
on
like
it.
all like I want to be sad songs. And then love.
Why I want to be sad?
Because
it's
that's
country?
what no,
so you're a
because that's
country
what they
hater, aren't you?
do.
Are you a country hater?
No, I'm not.
it's
I
okay
lived
if
in
you are.
Texas. I know how this works. Oh, I know this song. Yeah. Every time our eyes meet.
There you go.
Yeah.
Feeling inside me.
Yeah, that one. Okay, yeah, that's like a romantic stuff.
Right. I just don't know how to do it yet. So it needs phones. It's going to need interaction. It's going to need people to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it almost has to be live.
Like Delilah. Like, let's
Right.
talk about our feelings.
Yeah, Selena's got it. It was
I like
locker
it.
room love.
Oh, locker room love. Same thing.
Selena, don't want to. Listen, we're talking about something completely different. All right? We're not even talking about that shit, Sean. Don't bring it up.
Hey,
Why you gotta bring
I
up old stuff?
I just relay what the viewers say.
No,
You know,
no.
that's my job. I watch the chat. I relay their message.
I knew there was a door involved. I just didn't remember what kind.
You know what's funny is I've got into AI and like 8 different apps and different ways of doing it. That now this question about the Sunday night tailgate, because somebody actually tagged it for some reason, and I was all like, I want to get this going because I think it has potential.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could put it on 50 stations.
Yeah. And you just hang out. It's like a hangout
Right.
vibe.
And I think you just make it a couple hour shows, 2 hours to start, a 2 hour quick 2 hour show, slow country songs, a couple of,
Who do you wanna
this is what we got
dedicate
going
this
on,
to?
dedications.
Yeah.
And right, you have some dedications. Hey, this song is a special dedication going
What does
on.
this mean to you? And then you go and they tell you about the special moment in their life and how this song was blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, yeah. And then it's just like romance station. I like
Segment.
it. It'll work.
On Sunday nights. They do Sunday night slow jams. This guy's a billionaire. This guy has visited every country in the world.
Mm-hmm. I would like to volunteer to travel because then I can
So I
incorporate
just want
that
to,
in
and
my
he's
journey.
syndicated on 12,000 radio stations that are all paying him either between $200 and $1,000 a month probably for the deal with him. And I mean, he's flying on private jets to go and do things. Like the dude is all because of a Sunday night slow jams.
I would like it. I'm in.
So I always thought, or maybe we do the Saturday. But see, like then you could do the. I already got Sunday night tailgate, but you could do the. But I just liked it. I liked the Sunday night tailgate. I like the whole concept of it.
Yeah.
But is it got a audience? Is the question. Do people want to sit around and listen to country slow jams for an hour? I don't know.
Right. Do you want to get romantic or what?
Or is it more like sitting on the tailgate and drinking beer, and that's how I should make it?
You're
Hey,
like,
we're on the tailgate right now. What's going on? Welcome to the Sunday night tailgate. We're sit back and have a great time.
you'd have to have a little flow to it because just all an hour of slow would be too much.
Oh, we do a lot on the Sunday night tailgate. Sometimes we kick back and we just play the. Oh, I like it. Now it's
All
got
I
a.
wanna do today is- Yeah, we should get like that little mix of like.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wear my shades and get.
And then I can do a
some.
broadcast for the Sunday night tailgate.
Like a feel
from the
good.
ranch, sitting on one of their tailgates.
Like a feel good. Yeah.
All right, I like it.
They do have those trucks there. Set it up.
All right.
That's
Sunday
cute.
night tailgate. Welcome to the Sunday night tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
I see sunflowers. Lots of fun sunflowers.
Right.
That's what we should put. Sunflowers and trucks.
Coolers and beers and
right.
drinks. Yeah.
Right. I see a couple of coolers and beers and
sunflowers.
Right.
And sunflowers.
Hanging out with my boys.
Maybe a bag of sunflower seeds.
Right.
Next to me.
There's got to be sunflowers.
Right. We here on the Sunday night tailgate, kicking rocks and having a good time. You ready to talk about fishing and hanging out? Let's talk about it.
Right.
Sunflowers.
The Sunday night tailgate.
You'd even do like a quick sports lineup.
Right. And you could also do the love side. Hey, on the next hour of the Sunday night tailgate, we'll get our dedication. We'll get our tuck-ins or whatever we want to call it.
Yeah, like the most famous song.
That sounds like the locker room.
That's what we used to call it. The
wedding song.
I used to do a thing called Lust Lines.
Yeah.
And we would run it from 11 to midnight, and we would do dedications, slow jams on my night show when I did nights. And we would be like, hey, you got to tuck in? And we'd be like, yeah, I want to tuck in my girl, Susan.
Would you do old songs too? Like
I played everything. We played everything on this. I had a lot of free reign on this hour because it's not really rated. The 11 is the last true rated hour, but they don't really care about it.
Yeah.
So a lot of free reign in that hour. And a lot of times I would record it, kick the rocks, and go to the bar.
I have to have an accent to be on that.
On what? The Sunday night tailgate?
Yeah.
You don't have an accent? Let me see. Let me hear your accent, Betty.
Oh my goodness.
Betty, you can talk to me a little bit. Just sit back for a second. Understand that.
Let me
smell
twang
orange.
it up.
Put a little orange in your scent. Like you smell the oranges?
Smell the
Right?
oranges.
Now put a little manure smell in it.
Ooh, that smells.
Now you're at the
like
rodeo.
shit.
There you go. Ooh, that smell like shit. See how I got that?
There you
Ooh,
go.
that smell like shit. Hell yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
Yes, ma'am. You got it now.
I got it.
Yes, ma'am.
I got it.
We're gonna have a good time. Now I'm gonna build it. Now I'm pumped.
Now he's
I
gonna
didn't
do
want
it.
to do it. Now I want to do it. So now I want to build it. I want to make it happen. I love it. So much fun happens here.
Thanks, y'all.
So glad I tried to end 30 minutes ago and you wouldn't let me, Betty.
Locker love. Ew, what is this?
She's
I don't
calling for
What?
help.
I'm calling for help. Yeah.
Oh.
Right. I'm gonna sign off now and get out of here, guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. I gotta go home and deal with some things, man. Remember when that repo man comes with the car, don't forget to
save the radio.